Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Little Cheddar, and that guy doesn't even have a name.
No.
Wow, just
I'm the mystery man.
spot on again today.
Mediocre commentary, mediocre production.
I did get the flyer out this time.
Hey.
So
well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
yeah,
right?
not bad. And part of my head is cut off too. So
Yeah.
cool.
We gotta snuggle. We gotta get closer, like this.
So that's gonna end today's stream. Thanks for joining in. That was a lot of fun. I hope
Yeah,
you
was a
enjoyed
good
it.
time.
Yeah, great.
Till it got weird.
All right, everybody, you already know that guy. His name is Matt Strong Knife Company, and the billiards manager here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, where we are live for one hell of a day of pool. We've got 5 matches going on today.
Wow.
1 at the Rock, 1 at Pete's Place, Peter Source, and I think it's Source. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
No
I think
idea.
It's Source or
Yeah.
Sourcey or something like that. But he's taking on Jay Slonsky in his basement. That's kind of interesting. So talk about home field advantage.
Well, I guess if you get your opponent to agree.
All right. And then we've got 3 matches here today. The one that you're about to see is Logan Hisel, one of our juniors, and he's taking on Anthony Sadlon, the meat man.
Yeah.
Good match. And then this afternoon, we've got 2 matches at 6 o'clock. One is Matt Kitzman and Todd Rasmussen. That's going to be a nail biter as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Adam Swenson and Derek Schwartz are going to be playing as well. So what a great day for pool.
Yeah, no kidding.
So should we get started, or
Might as well.
should we just make them wait for a little while yet?
Yeah.
I'm okay with either
Might as well
one.
get started.
All right. All right. You know how it goes, folks. Matt's going to kind of explain exactly what I'm doing while I'm out there.
What?
And then
what are you doing again?
we're going to
How
get
did-
the
we didn't-
players
we
to
didn't
lag.
talk about this before.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is Matt's 50th
I'm
time.
kidding. Get the hell out of here.
50th time.
Jeez. All right. Now it's just us. We got rid of the riffraff.
I can hear you.
He gets so, I don't know, just offended. All right, so now is where we lag for the the break, but you also get to spin the wheel of destiny. So to get started here, both players will lag closest to the end rail, gets to break and spin, and then the spin will determine the game. So we've got 8-ball, 9-ball, or 10-ball, and yeah, that's to me honestly is one of the best parts of this challenge. Is it's one of those things where, you know, everyone has, you know, those players that they know that are, you know, really solid rotation players or really solid 8-ball players, but, you know, the other is kind of lacking. You know, they're really good at 8-ball, but, you know, rotation just isn't great. Or they really like 9-ball, but 10-ball, you know, because the 9-ball and 10-ball break is completely different. Very easy to make a ball on the 9-ball break. Much more difficult to make a ball on the 10-ball break. So this isn't one of those tournaments where you're just going to get the specialists, you know. 8-ball by far is the most popular game here in Wisconsin. And so they, you know, when you have a 10-ball tournament, you know, it's maybe 1 out of 6, 8, maybe even 1 out of 10. So typically when you have a 10-ball tournament, you're going to have a very similar cast of characters, so to speak. These are the players that are much better at that game. However, in this tournament, you have no idea. No idea what you're going to play until it comes up. So that adds a unique mental aspect to it, because typically when you're, once you get to a certain point, get with your, you get your fundamentals down, it's pretty much all mental. And so part of that mental preparation is, envisioning the game that you'll be playing and kind of putting yourself mentally through the paces of the tournament. So when you're getting to, you're coming to the location, you're visualizing, running patterns, things like that. Well, with this, never know what that pattern's going to be because, obviously your pattern play in 10 ball is very different than your pattern play in 8 ball. So adds that additional aspect that I really like. So Dale is back in the booth here. What did we lose, Logan?
So I think I realized why Logan came up to the booth and needed to get my attention.
Okay.
Because he's not MIA. He may have eaten at Taco Bell on the way here. No idea, but he is using the facilities.
Well, sometimes you need a Taco Bell break.
Yeah.
It's usually after Taco Bell.
I'm really hoping that he's not truly making a run for the border, but who knows? I don't know. So
I'm sure he really appreciates you bringing that up in front of everybody.
Well, and that's what we do here at Outer Points Productions.
Yep.
We're not shy. We're all people. We're all. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah. He seems to be walking a little later. He's got a little pep in his step, as you would say.
Okay. And you're calling me out for bringing all this up. Okay. So
all right, we're good to go. 2 thumbs up.
We're gonna try this again, shall we?
Yeah, here we go. All right, back out for the leg.
Best start to the stream ever.
Yep, maybe. Oh, there he goes, and he's off again. All right. Well, we appreciate that update. I think, sort of. But yeah, so. Checking out my different views here. Player seat, player area, because we use 2 different cameras here. So Dale looking, Dale is always willing to give everybody some crap. All in good, all good gestures though. So here we go. Let's see. We got Logan on the bottom, Anthony on the top. Looks like Anthony is going to be a little closer. Logan overhit it just a hair. Wow, that's a great leg by Anthony. Nice work. All right, so now let's take a look at that Wheel of Destiny. Gave it a good spin. And we're looking like 8 ball. 8 ball is the game. All right, here we go. So as Michael Parker commented here, the food dude, you'll see on the back of Anthony's shirt there, Eat, Meet, Repeat. His latest business venture is he makes smoked meats, cooked smoked meats, and they are incredible. I've tried it a couple different times, and both have been really good. So, yeah, we're going to get started here. I believe the race for 8 ball is 10, so I don't think we'll need to make any changes to the numbers here. And so, yeah, from this view, it looks like Anthony's got a varsity shirt on. As that overlay of the varsity club logo there on the table. And we are set and ready to go.
What a great day for pool.
It is. It's always a great day for pool.
That's true.
I got a question for you. Have you ever, as you're commentating, obviously you're watching pretty close, or close-ish, we'll say it.
I like the ish part, yes, for sure.
Have you ever come across this scenario where the player has an illegal rack?
No.
Have you ever checked for that? Or is that something that you even...
I mean, I watch very much for the most part, and I do have a rack cam.
Yeah.
But
I was always curious
I
about
don't think
that.
I've had one yet.
You know, what you would do.
As I guess the tournament director,
Mhm.
and I think it would. Boy, that's a good question, Matt.
Well, with...
actually,
we
yes, this did happen.
Okay.
In 10 ball. The 10 ball was not in the middle.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I do remember that. He put the 8 in the middle, and
I could see someone doing that.
yeah,
That's used to playing 8-ball. They're always used to just seeing that 8 in the middle.
correct. So
Yeah.
I did.
So did you go slap him on the wrist, or would you?
His opponent recognized it first,
okay.
and then said something, and then kind of motioned over to the
Yeah.
booth. So I actually, I went like,
Well, that technically is the rule, because we don't have, even though we do have, 2 sets of eyeballs here looking at the table and looking at the match, and we can make a call if there is any sort of discrepancy. We have the ability to do instant replay, things like that. But unless the players ask, it is your opponent's duty to make calls. So
that is true.
That's as far as the rules go. If the opponent does not say anything, it's not a foul.
The only time that my co-commentators and myself are referees is when we are asked,
Yes.
or unless we have a personality out there that conflicts with my idea of sportsmanship.
Right.
Other than that,
Yeah, and
I'm
that's,
just a streamer.
And that's not really a ref call.
no.
You
That's
know, that's more of a tournament director call.
Yep.
And that makes sense, for sure.
Al Holden says, know your audience when you say gentlemen. So apparently we are not. That's a good point. Michael Parker says, food dude. Of course, he's talking about Anthony Sadlon. And I'll tell you what, if you've never been to Anthony's food truck,
Yeah, I mentioned that.
whoa.
earlier.
Whoa.
He's not messing around with his smoked meats.
No. So we went to the Badger game yesterday. Lisa and I and another couple.
Okay.
All of their kids went to Madison.
Nice.
And we stopped at Mission Barbecue. You ever been there, Matt?
No, I haven't.
So Mission Barbecue is a veteran-owned chain,
Okay.
and just phenomenal smoked meats.
Nice.
I pretty much everything. Pulled pork. They actually had salmon, which smoked salmon, just
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, I've perfected, or at least in my mind, have perfected smoked salmon.
Hey,
And
that's-
a good smoked salmon you cannot beat.
No doubt. Jamie Hisel, that is Logan's mom.
Yeah.
Good afternoon again as well. Michael Parker, thanks for the live stream. You are very welcome, my friend. Michael just scheduled his match against Troy Islandsea. It's the last match of round 2, and they're playing Wednesday in Red Granite. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice shot there to slide it behind the 7. I wasn't sure there was enough room to get there, but that's been the issue pocket with this game thus far. And yeah, that 15 slid in there just fine. And so now I would assume that 10 ball also goes, since the 15 did. And we went from a messed up rack to a definite, a legitimate look at an out here.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice little stop shot here. You don't want to draw back too far, because you want a little bit of an angle off the 13 to be able to go to the rail and come back out to get the 11. Well
hit.
Unfortunately, that slid over, and he's now straight in. So
I think
still
he's got a little
doable.
bit. I think he's got a real slight angle. Yeah, he does.
if you cross your eyes, maybe.
Watch. Telling you.
All right.
There, plenty of angle.
There was a
Plenty.
little angle. I sit corrected, Dale. I
very
sit
nice.
corrected.
I stand and I'm at the same height.
Right. Yeah, you can see it when you've got the booth cam. That's kind of exciting with you.
Yeah, I'm actually
because
standing
They have no idea
right
if
now.
you've got a chair or not.
Right.
Because you're the same height.
That's true. So, Gary Crows, I'm very curious. How old are you? Because I'm 57. And I know that when you say you got to go, you got to go. And,
Yeah.
the older we get, the less time that we have.
Yeah.
Well,
the clock kind
to-
of shortens up a little on us.
All right. That is a really good start for
It
Logan
was.
Hisel.
It was. Good
Opening
job
his
working
account.
that out. If you noticed earlier in the rack, they were kind of exchanging balls in front of the corner pocket there. It's not always, you don't always need to make a ball. Sometimes it's a little game of chess where you're just trying to get your balls in the right position, and controlling a pocket definitely makes a big difference there. So
Indeed. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Pete Beshta. Thanks for the like and the share,
Oh, what's
as
up, Pete?
always. 60s. So, Gary's 66. You got me by 9 years, buddy, so thanks. I feel a lot better today. And he said, yeah, that's me, slowing down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Good afternoon, Mr. Salsa Man, Fred Renner, always. I think he had it on Facebook this morning. I think he's up to 480 quarts of salsa so far this year.
Salsa?
Yeah.
Or is it
Just-
asparagus?
No, just the salsa.
Just salsa?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's going.
That's
The-
insane.
The factory is just incredible.
Yeah, that's one thing that my wife and I have gotten into over the last few years is making our own homemade salsa because neither one of us likes spice. Like, I like the taste of it, but I just don't like it when I can't feel my mouth
Yeah.
after eating. So we both really like the mild salsa, and when you make it yourself, you get to control the heat.
You bet.
And so you can get all the taste of everything else, just leaving out that heat. And man, some homemade fresh salsa, it's hard to beat.
So I tried 1 jar of Fred's spicy salsa.
Zippy?
The Zippy.
Is
The
it- does
Zippy,
he-
no, it
does he
was the
use-
Zippier.
Does he use Zippy for
No.
for all of his
I don't think so.
temperature, or is it just the asparagus?
I think just the asparagus.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no, yeah, and the pickles
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No, that makes sense.
slices. So the salsa is, I think it's mild, medium, hot, and then set the toilet paper on fire was the last one. And I tried that, and it's
Why would someone eat? Like, seriously. Like, come on. Set the toilet paper on fire?
yeah.
In what world is that something that you want?
There's guys that they love the ghost peppers.
Right. No,
It's like 8 zillion on the Scoville scale.
Yeah, right.
Which is just, I can't do it. It's like you said before, I couldn't feel my tongue. I couldn't even feel any extremities at all.
Right.
Not a good day.
Okay. I had a an experience. I was playing in I forget which event, but it was over in Green Bay at the KW Center, or KI. Yeah, it's KI Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my wife with me, and it was one of the state events, and we were between matches, and I had a few hours looking to go get something to eat. So I went down. There's the KI Center is kind of near a little like downtown area there, so there's a lot of restaurants there in a small block vicinity and right along the river. And so we went down there, and there was an Asian place, so we went in. We both like Asian food, and so I got some egg rolls.
Yep.
And they brought it out
Yummy.
and had 3 sauces with it. And I was in mid-conversation, and I really wasn't paying attention.
Then it hit you.
this comes back to bite me later in the story. So, yeah, we're just talking, and there's a sauce that looks like honey mustard. Like, it looked just like honey mustard. And I love honey mustard.
Me too, especially on chicken.
Yeah. And I obviously wasn't thinking, because why the hell would you have honey mustard with egg rolls? But nonetheless, I looked at it, and I thought for sure, like, I didn't even consider, yeah, this is honey mustard, obviously. Just look at it.
Wow,
Nice-
what a
nice
great
bank
shot.
Nice bank shot.
Beautiful.
And
He's
so
going to have to clear that 15 or he's in
this
big
is-
trouble.
This is the one. You got to, I mean, basically, these are the shots where you can literally hit it anywhere but dead center, and you're fine, and I will find some way to hit it dead center.
Sure.
Because if he goes off the end rail, it's going to come up and clip the 15. If he cut it too thin, he
That was a little
goes off the 15. So got off the 15 part, but not the pocket to 5. But anyways, so egg roll in hand, little bowl of honey mustard, and I dunked it, like really dunked it, like covered it, because I really like honey
Saturated.
mustard. Yeah,
Sure.
just really got it in there. And I was mid-conversation, mid-sentence, as I took a bite of this thing. For the next 30 seconds, I couldn't breathe. Like, I literally couldn't breathe.
Oh.
It took my breath away. Like, I could not breathe. It was so hot. I don't know what it was, but holy crap, was that hot. And so, obviously, spit it all out, drank a gallon of water, trying to get the burning
At
sensation
least
out of my mouth.
soothe some of the pain.
And over the next probably 3 or 4 days, all of the skin on the inside of my mouth peeled off.
Yeah, that's pretty hot then.
Like,
That's pretty
yeah, I
nasty.
was getting chunks of skin. That was like, how
It's
can
like
that be something
radio-
that they serve?
Sure, radioactive honey mustard. They had
Holy crap.
the mustard part right. They just forgot the honey honey
there was
part.
no
Yeah,
honey.
there's no honey in there. So Gary
It
Crowes,
was murder hornet
uh,
mustard. That's
Murder
what that
hole.
one was.
that's nice. Gary, I did play BCW for many years. As a matter of fact, that was one of my favorite tours, other than Chalk Talk. Chalk Talk was a lot of fun back in the
Yeah.
day as well.
I didn't
Scott
really play
Herbeck and-
BCW, but I played Chalk Talk quite a bit.
That's where I ran into Larry Neville for the very first time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, was the BCW. At-
Gotcha.
yeah.
Makes sense.
I actually, so the first time I ever played against Larry Neville was at a place in West Allis. It wasn't, I think it was Cunique was in Madison.
Was it Claw's place?
No, you're talking Claudio Perone?
Yeah.
No, didn't he have?
He had a place in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I lost. Back then, we still flipped, I think, for the first break.
Yeah.
Lost the flip. Larry broke and ran the first 4 on me.
Oh, nice.
But he had to win 11.
Okay.
I had to win
3.
No. I actually played really good pool back then.
What?
I had to win. No, it's
Oh,
hard to believe.
That's when everybody stopped believing
All
the
right.
story.
11. I think it was 11 to 8 or something like. I think it was 11 to 8.
Okay.
So lost the flip. He ran the first 4. Played a safe in rack number 5. I didn't get a hit because it was so tight. I had to go like 17 rails just to hit one of the balls,
Yeah.
and it was 9 ball. And then proceeded to break and run the rest of the set. I won. All right, sorry. I lost the flip, and then got to get out of my chair one time.
Wow.
And he ran, 11 to 0.
Should have taken a bathroom break. Or 8.
Brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll do that to you.
Vicky, actually, I got to give a shout out real quick. So Lisa and I were at the Eve of Destruction on Friday night with Mike Bunnell. Got us some freaking incredible seats. And ran into Michelle Neville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was out
I
there.
haven't seen her in a little while.
Yeah, that hasn't played pool in several months.
Okay.
So kind of out of the pool scene for a little while.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was great to see her, and big thank you to Mike Bunnell. That was awesome. What were we talking about? Oh, Vicky Scharschmidt.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Anthony? Just kind of curious as to what our audience is here.
Jennifer Sadlon.
I'm
How
guessing.
do you know Anthony?
Jennifer, I'm guessing Jennifer Sadlon is rooting for Logan, right? Would be my guess.
I don't know. After Anthony's comments on Facebook the other day, she might be.
Not sure what that was. Do tell.
It was one of the funniest comments. So, Jennifer had a. Since this is on Facebook, I feel okay talking about
Sure. Where everything is true.
it. Right. Well, no. So she had a picture of her feet in the shower. With a bunch of hair, on the bottom of the shower, and she was talking about basically giving herself a haircut, just cutting a little bit of the length off. She said that some of it was like 7 inches of hair.
Sure.
And then he commented, and next she's going to shave the hair on her head.
Oh my. Oh my. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was. I told him that he won the internet for the day and that he should have fun sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm assuming that is where or at least in the garage.
Right. No, they just recently, the last few days, this past weekend, if they just celebrated an anniversary. So
Congratulations.
they've been together for quite some time now. So congratulations to you both.
Somebody else was, Dumper Dan Welch and his wife are celebrating their 34th today.
Oh, wow.
So congratulations to them as well. So Vicky is Anthony's mother-in-law.
Okay.
My condolences, Vicky.
Yeah.
What's going on, Trevor Simpson? That's good stuff.
Was in front of the mirror. Oh, well, I read that wrong. But either way, pretty hilarious.
All right, 2-0 in favor of Logan Hisel.
Yeah, jumped out to a good lead. Anthony didn't really play bad there. Logan just was able to see. Anthony was, I think, made a good choice getting that 5-ball there. But unfortunately, it didn't completely block the pocket and gave Logan a little bit of a real first opportunity to get slide that 8-ball in behind it. So definitely the right idea. If it would have come out a little bit differently, definitely would have made things a lot harder for Logan to get out.
Mom approves
Yes.
very much of his out there.
Makes sense.
I got to go back to Gary Crows. He said he played against Dan Coppins in the B finals at the sports show.
Oh, wow.
Man,
That had to have been a long time ago when Dan was a B.
So that had to be in either late 80s or early 90s. Yeah, probably late 80s.
Mid-50s?
That was
That was more of a dig at Dan.
he was that's when he was in his mid 50s, right?
Right.
So one of the things that I would like to accomplish with the Knockout Challenge and going forward is, the sports show was one of my all-time favorite tournaments for state pool, because if you wore jeans, you didn't play. If you wore a T-shirt, you didn't play. Because it was dress pants
Yep.
a dress shirt, and there was no exceptions whatsoever, and it was a very professional. Ed Mercer was in charge of it back then, and
You
it was
and
really
Paul
good.
Olszewski should get together.
I just talked to Paul this morning, as a matter of fact.
Just ask him about dress code for a tournament once. He's right there with you.
Yeah.
No, I get it. You definitely. I mean, if you want to, raise that level to a certain level of professionalism, dress definitely is going to, or dress code
Mhm.
is gonna make a difference.
Well, look at the pros. They're not allowed to wear T-shirts or anything like that.
Right.
And I think what it'll end up doing, hopefully, is help me out with, shirt sales.
And the truth shall set you free. There it is.
I don't get anything from it other than a discount on my own.
Yeah, yet.
Oh, we don't need to tell people that.
Oh, dang it. That was a personal conversation thing.
That's all right.
Gotcha.
So Trevor Simpson is a total homer. Rooting for Logan.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
That's one thing that even when I announce, like if I've got a friend of mine here, I'm friends with both of these guys, so I
What a
don't
great
really have a
shot.
strong, yeah, that was a nice position.
To
there.
avoid everything was
Yeah.
spectacular. How do you get on this 8-ball, Matt?
Boy, it's tough. Honestly, I wouldn't try to move that cue ball too much. I would play to punch that 9-ball and hopefully try to get it to clear out and then have the 8 in the side.
Okay.
But it's tricky either way. You could thin it and try to avoid the 9 coming across.
Wow.
Wow. From this angle,
Or
it
make
was
us
hard
both
to
look
see
bad.
how much room there was behind that 9, but that's a much better option to slide up behind there.
And not touch a thing.
Yeah. From here in the booth, you didn't really look like there was much room there, but you can look at that overhead view.
What
Lots
a
of
great
room.
out.
All right. Nice work.
It's a good crowd we have here today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
It
off.
sounds
what you were
like a
talking about.
very similar crowd that's been here before.
Yeah, it's usually the same people.
Same clap pattern,
Sure.
as you would say.
Let's talk about this guy. How about you?
This is my good buddy John Kramer, who has started the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. It's a nonprofit organization that recognizes and honors individuals who have made a profound impact in billiards through their exemplary talents, dedication, and their contributions to the sport in our state. If you are not a member of the Hall of Fame, you definitely need to get out there and become a member. As it mentions there, exemplary talents, dedication, and their contributions to the sport. That doesn't mean they have to be a top pool player. Contributions mean to the sport. You can contribute to the sport in so many different ways. Not just being a good player, but you can run good tournaments. You can
Mediocre commentary?
Mediocre comment? No, you're not getting into it.
Crap.
Yeah, you are
Crap.
too much of an amateur.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Yeah. But, anyways, that you contribute to the community. So if you are not a member, get out there and get in, because we've got Wibhoff Weekend coming up here, October 19th and the 20th. And we have actually created a new division, which is the 475 and under division. One of the things, and this is something that I'd like to talk about a little bit, is I think that we have a certain group within our pool community that's a bit underrepresented. And with all the numbers, if you look at the numbers, the mean or the midpoint of the population is 540. So you see, that's where the majority of the players are. So you'll see a lot of 499 and under. 525 and under, 550 and under, 575. Those are everywhere, and that makes sense because that's where the majority of the players are as far as rating goes. But I've been doing a lot of looking at the different Fargo numbers that we have here in Wisconsin, and this kind of goes back to the work that we've been doing with the Wisconsin Pool Hall Championship that Mike Ans and I are putting together. And that, just looking at the numbers, there are a lot of players that are at the mid 400s, low 400s, even in the 300s. Typically players kind of play around people of their own caliber, so that's who you always think, okay, well, this is where most of the player ratings are at. But there is a big chunk of players that are just getting started. And when you're getting started, you're not going to be a 450 to begin with. You're not going to be a 500 to begin with. You're going to start out at that 350 range and go up from there. And a lot of times, that initial piece or initial portion of your pool career, you're going to be Fargo-wise in that 300, 400 range. And so we want to make sure that we're having events that, if you have a 499 and under, what's probably the average number that you're going to get for those tournaments?
450 to 475.
For a 499 and under?
Mm-hmm.
I would say
actually even lower than that.
Well, honestly, most of the people are going to be the ones that are real close to that number.
Oh, yeah.
So for, 499 down to probably 470 in that range. You definitely will, like you said, get numbers, below that. But the bread and butter, the players that think that they can win, and they're probably right, are going to be those numbers that are real close to that 499 number. Well, if you're a 425 or let's say a 380, 390, because there are a lot of them out there, yeah, sure, you can go and you can try, you definitely are playing up, as we call it, and that's a great way to get better, but it's also fun to have a tournament where you really have a good chance to win. And so one of the things that we're trying to do is, get those numbers a little bit lower so we can have those beginners get out there and get that sense of competition and excitement in the game. So I think adding that lower division at Wibhoff Weekend is going to be
very
it's kind
beneficial to everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing, but I have a feeling it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the new things at the Wibhoff Weekend coming up here. So like I said, if you're not a member, get out there, sign up, because that tournament is only for members. If you are not a member, you cannot play.
Yeah, and here's a really another very good opportunity for the Wibhoff Weekend for Stroke Zone, which John has put together, and actually Matt and I still have to pick out the challenges that.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good time. So.
Why is it always on these graphics you're beating Earl Strickland?
Well, I should be.
Kim Davenport.
They're really not that
Is
good.
this something you put together while you were dreaming?
They're okay players.
One of the advantages of making your own graphics, because nobody else in the world would ever put that order up there.
Hey, you're not lying.
But yeah, I think that's going to be cool. I like the fact that you're able to get the Wibhoff logo in there. It looks really good. It's one thing that I do, against my better judgment, I would like to compliment you.
Here we go. Let me record this. Hang on a second.
It's all being recorded, Dale. Everybody knows that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you put in as much work as you do trying to make things look professional, because that matters.
It really does.
It makes a big difference.
Thank you.
And it's good to see. I'm glad that you put in that little extra work, because with all of the other things that need to get done for all of these KO challenges and tournament events, it would be very easy to basically just skip out on making sure that those graphics look good. So nice work.
Thank you. Let me get you that $20.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was 30.
Oh, shit. I only got 20 on me.
I wouldn't have said nearly
Sorry.
that much for 20.
I don't remember the agreement, but and I got to give a shout out to some of the other people too that some of the viewers have, like the ticker on the bottom of the screen that you see right now floating across the table. I thought was a brilliant idea, and I can't for the life of me remember who's the one that actually said it on the stream, because there's been, and seriously, there's been a lot of really good suggestions, and it's just me, when I see something like a dark area on the screen where you could put something, then do it,
Yeah, might as well.
So I think it was a very nice
This
addition.
way Anthony gets Jay Slonsky's name on his elbow.
Yeah, why
Steve
wouldn't you?
Martin.
Yeah.
That is a cool part of this too, is you not only get to play in front of your peers, but just having your name up on the scoreboard is a cool thing.
Indeed.
All right, so we got a bit of a chess match going on right now. Logan and Anthony are trading blows here. Not really. They've pocketed each other's balls more than they have their own here a little bit, but that's kind of where that chess match can come into play. So now Logan does have, you want to look at the overhead to see if that 3 goes by the 9? Whew, that's tight.
Yeah.
Might
I
have
think
to
I'd play
break it
safe
out.
right now if I was Logan.
Yeah.
Try
Good opportunity to do so. Looks like from the angle on his cue, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and that's really well played.
Yeah, definitely was. I like the fact that he was playing to bump the cue again, the cue ball off the rail, because as long as he gets on the low side of the one, which was pretty much guaranteed from that angle, it's going to kind of almost glue those balls together to a certain extent and guarantee that hook. So Anthony's going to have to try a Z kick,
And
which he
very successful.
does well, and that 9 ball got in front of that 6. So great shot, great Z kick to get a hit, and really good result. So you can't see on the camera there, but Logan came up scratching his head a little bit, a little frustrated with the way that came out, but that was a great shot by Anthony.
So, Trevor, expound on that question, I guess, a little bit more. What you're referencing about stroke zone?
I know when I had talked to him, I forget which event it was. It might have been the junior event, but I had said that we're looking at different opportunities with the stroke zone. We haven't came up with exactly what we're going to do, but I think there are a ton of opportunities there, and you and I have talked about that extensively at different times, but I think there's an opportunity for a league. I think there's an opportunity for a
Tournaments?
tournament. Yeah. A huge opportunity for lessons. And I came in yesterday and I was working with Jim a little bit, Jim Reese, and we were playing around with it, and he was kind of giving me the technical side of it, how you set up drills and stuff like that. And one of the cool things about it is that when you're setting up a drill, there is a feature where it will tell you what the angle is to the hole that you're shooting, whether it's a 30 degree, a 37 degree, 50, whatever it will be. Once you set up those lines with a ghost ball, it will automatically calculate the angle to the hole. So I use center to edge aiming, and it's a fairly complicated system to learn. It's not. Wow, that was close. Getting it ready. And it's a system that basically, and it's kind of hard to explain, but at a very high level, the system teaches you how to execute a 15, a 30, and a 45-degree angle shot to the pocket. And then you learn how to make adjustments for everything in between. And it's very mechanical. I use the manual pivot rather than the sweep. There's two different ways to shoot it. Most people actually use the sweep. The part that I don't like about that is its feel. Whereas the manual pivot is all just calculations. As long as you're basically, when I'm up there, I'm hardly ever aiming anymore. I'm just doing math. As long as I measure the angle correctly and measure my bridge length correctly, the ball goes center cup.
Wow, I would fail miserably at that if math was involved.
Yeah. But so therefore, really the trickiest part about it, or I guess maybe the most critical piece of it, is correctly identifying the angle. Because if you don't measure the angle correctly, none of it works.
So what you're saying is Stroke Zone helps you do that.
It does. And that's one of the things I actually, so I'm not certified to instruct center to edge yet. I've been using it for about 5 years now, and I've gotten to the point now where I'm confident in it, and it's unbelievable. Like I love what it has done for my ball pocketing ability. But what I'm doing is, some people that are looking into it, they just want to get kind of the basics. And so I've been starting to help people out with that. And the Stroke Zone software is going to be huge in being able to help instruct it, because I can literally set up drills that show on the table with lines to the pocket what a 15, what a 30, what a 45-degree angle shot looks like. And like I said, that's the hardest part, honestly. The most critical piece is being able to identify that angle. And so I think it's going to help me a ton with different, with instructing on the center to edge side. One of the other things while I was working with Jim is we were just going through some drills. And so we would take turns. I would shoot, we'd have a certain shot where you'd have basically 2 or 3 options there. And then I would go through, and we would both shoot probably a rack of balls at each sequence. And so he would shoot it. He would shoot the drill. And as he's going through, basically, when you're doing drills like that, the objective is to learn how the cue ball reacts with what English that you're putting onto it, or the natural angle, tangent line, all of that stuff. It's understanding how the cue ball is going to react on certain shots. And I thought it was a great way for me to kind of help instruct him as he was getting started on these shots, because when you just have that, the diagrams on the table, that's one thing. But actually understanding how to shot, okay, you're going to have to hit this with, this basically is a stun shot where you have to punch it rather than just roll forward with it. Those little pieces aren't in the Stroke Zone software, so it works great as a teaching aid.
Yeah, it's a great tool too. And I'm gonna go back to, I've talked about this many times.
Yeah,
Kim Davenport is the one that came up with Target Pool way back in the late 80s, early 90s, and that was one of the best teaching aids for me personally ever, and that is what became Stroke Zone.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, so to expound on kind of what Trevor was talking about, is Kim Davenport is actually, it's not 100% yet, but I talked to him yesterday or day before yesterday, and he's coming up for Wibhoff weekend.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So talk to John Kramer about it, and
see us interacting with it.
Yep. and is actually going to go over if he is here, and I'm like I said, I'm 99% positive that he is. He's going to give everybody the details of what it does, and it's pretty incredible.
That'll be great to have a subject matter expert right here.
And a Hall of Famer, in the building is always kind of a nice
that kind of
thing.
helps too.
So what Trevor was actually talking about was the post that Don Mackey put on Facebook the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just go over it real quick. It says, some history and some news. Back in 1990, the MPBBA, which was the Men's Professional Billiards Association, voted to hire him to build a professional pool. That was the beginning of the Pro Billiards Tour, and the first, and some say only, tour was actually located here in Wisconsin. All right, fast forward through the rest of that. Why is he talking about that, and why did he bring that up on Facebook? Is because they've committed, and we talk every other day or a lot. So Don Mackey, myself, and Kim Davenport, and they're coming back to Wisconsin. So the rollout of Stroke Zone is they're partnering with me, Outer Points Productions. So it's basically Back to the Future. So this is going to be Outer Points Production is going to be the premiere of Stroke Zone. So it's an honor. I mean it truly is. I'm very grateful that they've reached out to me, and pretty excited to say the least.
Who's playing Marty McFly?
That'd be me.
Oh,
I know.
who do I get to be? Biff?
I think that's probably the best, fitting character. Well, that's a good shot by Anthony.
Yeah.
We actually have a match.
That's really.
We have a match going on here. I completely forgot about that. That happens so often.
What kind of match?
Pool. 8-ball.
The thing that
That's
everybody else
these
is
two guys out
commenting
here.
on in the comments.
Right.
Hey, you should talk about the match more. Yeah, that would probably make sense.
Have they never listened to the stream before?
Right. Yeah. No, that's very exciting. I can't wait to see what that looks like, because I've used it multiple times, and I think it's just a phenomenal tool. Honestly, for me, the hardest part is to mentally adjust to playing to a circle on the table rather than playing to position on a ball. Once I can make that translation, then I am much more effective at the drills.
No doubt.
So, but regardless, it's actually a good example of I was practicing yesterday with Jim, and these guys are just
it's funny because
making their opponent's balls.
And actually, so Trevor Simpson just said,
make your own balls.
It's the chess. This is a chess match now.
Yeah, every game's been a chess
So it's
game.
Anthony hiding his balls in front of Logan's,
Yeah.
and then Logan, okay, I'm going to just pocket yours and clear that pocket. That's what I love about 8-ball.
Right. Yeah, so this is why we're talking more about other things, because we got a chess match going on here.
Pretty much. You gotta find something to fill the dead air when there's not
Right.
pool to talk about.
Less action going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, while I was working yesterday on some of the positioning drills, I realized that my bridge length was really having a pretty serious effect on the ability for me to move the cue ball around the table. Not so much on shorter shots, where I was playing maybe 3/4 to a half a table or less as far as cue ball movement, but when I was having those shots where I had to go up and down twice, a shorter bridge actually made a big difference in how I was striking the cue ball. So
that was a fun shot by Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Very tactical.
It wasn't, necessarily hiding behind the 8-ball because he also used that 15 to get in the way as well.
So now Anthony's going to try and break. He wanted that 10 to go in and that 3 to go forward a little further.
Yeah. So Logan definitely came out on the good side of that corner pocket. However, I've got some other balls that need to be addressed. I'm not sure if that 15 goes by the 8. On this shot, he really doesn't have a whole lot. He could probably shoot the 12 down past the 6. Very difficult shot considering where the cue ball is, right up against the rail. But regardless, that 9 ball is not going anywhere where it is now. So looks like from what the body language that Logan has here, he's looking at going to basically play a carom and get that 9 ball into the 1, pocket the 1, leaving the 9 in front of the hole. We'll see if he makes this 12 ball. It's kind of funny. I don't know. It was probably hard to see on the camera.
Shot.
Yep. That was a nice shot. That's a tough shot. So going to be looking at a carom combo, trying to make, again, his opponent's ball here. But it's a matter of, that chess move, trying to get so where his ball is the closest to the pocket and the only one makeable.
You know what's funny about this, Matt? So if you look at the layout of the table right now, so there's 2 stripes and 3 solids on one end with basically the exact mirror opposite of the other end of the table. You've got 4 stripes and 2 solids, and it's a matter of they're almost all in the same position, like opposite ends of the table, So who's going to flinch first is what I'm saying.
Yep. Well, Anthony, honestly, that was a flinch with that 10 ball not falling. And so now it's a matter of Logan being able to take control of that pocket. Looks like he's trying to bank the 13. Little funnel there off the 6. Well, I'm not sure That was a good idea. But
that 10's going in now, I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, kind of missed that opportunity. But, Anthony does have to waste a shot or use a shot, maybe not waste, but use a shot to get control of that corner pocket again. And the way that he's looking at that, by the look in his eye, he's going to be playing a carom and pocketing that 3 ball right away.
I'll tell you what, given that it is fall, it's apple picking season and everything. So if you've already done that at home, and I'm assuming, Jamie, Logan's mom, you may have already done this would be a good time to make an apple pie.
Or 2.
Or several. And you could actually maybe have enough time to bring them to the varsity club here in Oshkosh.
Oh, that would be great.
And have Matt and I taste test them for you. So
I like how you're thinking.
And I'd be, happy to give you a Outer Points Production sticker.
Maybe 2.
Or 2.
2 pies, 2 stickers.
I think that's only fair.
Right.
This is going to be a little while with this game.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to go over to Fred Renner's house and help him make some more salsa?
Yeah, he commented. He said his mild is mild. So that
he's not lying.
That's good.
That's usually what we get, is the mild.
Right. Yeah, so Logan here, I think, honestly, if he's trying to get that pocket back, which he needs to do, he can either play the carom off the 11, or he could bank that 15 into the 3. If that 15 goes by the 8, I would probably play the carom. If it doesn't, it's not a terrible opportunity, but the problem is is you have to make that 3 ball. If you don't, you just wasted a shot.
So Jamie asked the question, when is the
Watch out
next
for the scratch here.
knockout? So are you referring to when is the next knockout challenge, or when is the next knockout match? I guess that would be my question.
All right. Jamie, you got me sold. Caramel apple cheesecake?
Oh,
We will give you 3 stickers just for one of those puppies.
without a doubt. Yeah,
Let's do it.
do you have the address? Otherwise, we could get that for you real quick.
Right. All right. That was a nice shot to basically get that 11 ball to where the 13 ball to where the 6 ball does not pass. However, it does not really get us that much closer to the end of the game. So come on, Logan. Not saying you made the wrong decision, because it was a good shot, which honestly is surprising for such a young player. Usually those defensive moves come with experience. And, after years of selling out, taking the wrong shot, and having to think about it on the way home after losing out of a tournament,
All right.
that's how you learn. But he seems to be on board with that right as a young player, so that will definitely come in to help him down the road for sure.
All right. So while we're, you know what? I'll just put it over there now. There's not a whole lot going on right now. This chess match. This is what's coming up next. This is it's another step in that national direction. Matt and I have been talking about it. It's going to happen at some point, probably next year.
Yeah.
Probably fall, somewhere around there, because there's a lot of logistics to figure out. But this is what's coming up next. It's a $5.99 and under. First place is over 10 grand.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so that's massive,
a lot of
massive prize pool.
dough right there.
Yeah, so that's life-changing money for
No
potentially for one player at
Yeah.
the top. So it's good
Could
stuff.
buy lots of Outer Point production stickers for that.
Yeah. Entry is going to be exactly the same. Everything's basically the same.
Yeah.
I'm just doubling the size of the field.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's the thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
amen.
You've got a good program here, a good system. People really like it. It's been super popular with it, so definitely continue with that. And yeah, that's going to be exciting. We've met a couple times on it. We should actually, after this, we should schedule another time to get together and do some more brainstorming, because that one takes a lot of planning.
Yep, indeed.
So,
Jamie, I hope your grandmother is okay. Obviously, being in the hospital, she's not 100% okay, but hopefully that changes. And she's sitting in the hospital with her grandma right now watching this.
oh,
I've heard of dedication before.
right.
Of course, I mean, it's your son that's playing, and,
Right.
and I completely understand that. But how cool is that for grandma?
Right. Yeah.
That'll get you better.
Have something fun to watch.
Yeah, watch the knockout challenge. But in all seriousness, grandma, I hope you get better
Yes.
soon.
Definitely. No doubt. And they are still continuing to make their opponent's balls. At least his followed in there and made one of his own balls finally. But
Also, Jamie, if Logan ends up winning this match today, obviously, then he is on to round 3. And round 3, every match is going to be streamed. So after this, the end of next week, we will be down to 16 players out of 64. And, lots and lots and lots of streamed matches.
How many shots in a row have they pocketed their opponent's balls? I think we're
A
going
lot.
on 17
Yeah.
right now.
Well, this is definitely a golden opportunity for Anthony here because
Yep.
that 6 does slide between the 11 and the
After
14 into
playing
that pocket.
defense for so many shots in a row, it's tough to switch to offense mentally.
No doubt.
Very tough shot. And he drills it.
Wow. Well, that
Comes
was
up-
beautiful.
Comes up a little short.
Still a heck of a
A
shot.
little Dale, as we would say. But nice shot.
I don't know if anybody's ever said that, but
No.
a lot of people say little cheddar. But
Yeah.
I know
just
this
like to
is
go with Dale.
first time in booth.
I like to make it a little more personal.
No, thanks. Could we not?
You're welcome. Oh, good news is he made it. Bad news is
He's got a
hooked.
kick at the 8.
Yeah, but with this, the way if you look at these balls are basically in the same position, so this kick, all you got to do is hit center diamond
I think
and not put any left or right on it.
that is a really good call.
Well, look like he hit the center. Ooh,
Oh, my
that was
gosh.
close. All that work.
Not the worst leave in the world. I
No.
mean, he does have a cut on the 11, but the cue ball could get away.
I'm guessing he's going to bank it. The way he's played thus far. Because the thing is, I think it's the best way to shoot it. Because if you would happen to rattle it, you're most likely going to put that ball in front of the 8. So either way, it's a tough shot. You know, if one was easier than the other, okay, then I would lean that direction. But the thin cut here is really tough. The bank, honestly, the bank's not a bad bank. This is a bank that I would say even you would probably make 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, that is
So.
so kind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean that.
And that's
especially
that's,
the even.
That's
part.
why I asked Matt
Even
to
you.
come in and commentate with me all the time.
I've complimented you twice so far. But those young eyes, you know what the young eyes do? They cut balls like it's their
Paper
job.
thin.
Nice shot. There it is.
Game winner.
When it comes down to it, you got to take the shot that you're most comfortable with. So, good decision, good execution, and he should. Let's see. Ooh, this is my first opportunity at a announcer curse. Jinx. There's no way he's not getting out here.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's going to do
No,
you any
I
good
always
at
try,
all.
though.
So you have
I
been
always
really
try.
good at
Every chance I get, there's no way he misses that 14 ball. No way he misses it.
Jamie. I'm not sure whether I'm a huge fan or I'm the jury's kind of still out on the Crocs and socks look. You know, it's
He's 17.
it's a
He
fashion
hasn't
statement.
learned
Yeah, I
yet.
get it. He's 17, and that's
Well, and
kind of looks like he's 70 today.
We're a
but
lot
that's all right.
older, so
Yeah, I don't
maybe
wear
some
Crocs and
sort
socks.
of fashion gap there. Maybe it's in. Maybe it's the thing now.
Apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. Just kidding. What? It's Derek Justin. Look at this. Look at this guy right
Wow.
here. Yeah,
Hey there.
he's somewhat of a pool player.
I guess some days. Dale and Derek are exchanging finger pointing and thumbs up.
Yeah, we both know sign language.
There was two.
Typically,
signs.
it's just with one finger,
Yeah. Well,
somewhere in the middle
it's
of my
a bit
hand.
universal. All right, let's see how Logan can get this break. Last one he hit him good, but they came up dry.
Not this one.
This one works. 2 balls down.
Hammered it.
Yeah.
So this afternoon, let's do it one at a time, shall we? Here's what's coming up. Seeing as how we just talked about Derek, he's playing against Adam Swenson. Look at the major gap in Fargo there.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
so
I mean,
is there a
just-
handicap involved?
Yeah,
Is Derek getting like 6 games?
I would
in a race
think
to
so.
8?
I would think he would have to. Yeah.
Whew.
So that's at 6:00, and that's on table 20, as a matter of fact. And then right next to it, at the exact same time is Matt Kitzman, who's already here, and Todd Rasmussen. So if those apple pies are done by then, I think that is that's going to be much needed.
She's at the hospital.
Oh yeah.
You have a
Can't
good
they,
memory.
Can't
but
they?
it's-
Can't
but
they
it's
take
short.
the ingredients and maybe an oven? Couldn't they just crank up the X-ray machine and get it really hot? Use that for.
She should share her recipe, and then Trevor bakes them, and then
Runs 'em
we'll
up
make
here.
it happen. Problem solved.
I like it. Justin Ellingson, you ain't rocking unless you're crocking.
Oh,
Okay.
that was a very dramatic scratch.
That was.
Hung
I like
there
that.
for a few seconds, or a second, and then fell. Oh, Derek brought his own balls. Those large ping pong variety.
Oh yeah, the big ping pong balls.
Yeah.
The Balls by Chris. Crap.
Chris Crap? I don't think that's his name.
Why can't I think of his last name right now?
I don't. I can't either. Chris Henry.
That's it. Trevor says we got a deal.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah, let's go with the cheesecake. That sounds even better than.
One of
And
each.
Anthony pulls a ball and hand miss out of the pocket. That one's a tough one.
And to be quite honest, I thought I had that patented.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of my moves. Well, you lull your opponent in the.
It reminds me of one of my favorite Z-Man quotes. You probably have heard it. He pulled defeat from the jaws of victory.
Okay, leave it to Z, man.
Right.
That's no surprise.
Yeah.
One of my favorite people in all of pool.
Yep. If you're ever looking for a bad joke, he has got you covered.
No, that I don't. And there's thousands of them.
Yeah. And you always think that it can't be worse than the one he just told you, but you just got to wait till the next time you see him.
Yeah, he'll pull one out.
Yeah. All right. So, Logan-
Jamie, what is Grandma's name? Stop talking to the nurse.
Trevor said he's in.
Yeah, that was for the pies.
I know.
Okay.
Cheesecake. Let's go cheesecake.
Apple.
You
I
can,
want-
you
so-
can get an entire pie's worth of calories in one slice of cheesecake.
Right. So, I wonder if. So could you order one? You know how you can order a pizza with half on one side and half on the other side? You know?
Now we're
Could
talking.
we?
Yeah, I don't think you bake a cheesecake though.
You don't?
Pretty just for a few minutes, I think. I think it's mainly refrigerated.
So bake the apple pie half for a long time.
Oh, okay.
However long it
Okay.
takes. And
Now
then,
we're talking.
Then
Maybe.
if I'm Anthony, I think I might even consider playing the 7 right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where when you have a key ball, and for this rack, the 7 definitely is the key ball. When you get on it, even if it's accidentally, and I'm not saying that he did, he probably was playing that position, but if you get on it, take it.
Yep. And I think either the 3 or the 5 is going to have to be the target ball.
Yeah. Or the ball before the 8, you
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Yep. Some people call that the key ball.
I prefer target, but,
Yeah.
whatever.
Target.
Target.
Yep. I'm thinking 4, 1, 5, 3, 8.
I like it.
All right, got a little straight on that one ball, unfortunately. That's one of those things where, a shot like that is very easy. You're not going to have to worry about missing that shot. But taking a little extra time, just a few extra seconds, to walk around to the other side of the table and find that spot that's going to give you the natural angle, then you don't have to force a shot. And a lot of times that's the difference in running a rack.
True story.
Because if you get a couple inches out of position on a ball, 3 or 4 shots later, that can translate to a lot of difference. But he recovered very well.
Have I
made that
told
5
you-
ball and got the position he needs on the 3.
Have I told you how much I absolutely... Oh, my.
Oh, he was shooting that 8 ball before he
sure
stroked
was.
that 3.
Have I told you how much I love my friend Trevor Simpson? If you don't mind, I'm going to let you read that comment out loud. Let me know when you're ready.
Wrong,
Take
Matt.
your time.
Sorry, it depends. Some cheesecakes bake for like 45 minutes.
Thank you.
And then Jamie said, I bake my cheesecake. I make them New York style. Just ask Logan. My cheesecakes are famous.
That's all I
sit
needed to hear.
corrected again.
I-
Dang it. I'm 0 for 2 today.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
that's one of my best days of my life.
I'm a pretty good cook, but I do not bake.
Currently not.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, I think you should prove it.
I-
Trevor, you should prove it. You should both make cheesecakes and
We're
bring them here
we're
and
still
tell
waiting.
us how wrong we were.
We are still waiting. That's actually one of my favorites. So I make apple pie every fall,
Oh, yeah.
and it is definitely one of my favorites. I'll do a Granny Smith pie, and then we'll do like snow apple. And
Snow
then-
apple.
Yeah, they're so good.
The heck is that?
Never had a snow apple?
No.
Ooh, they're sweet.
Huh.
Um,
Because of the snow?
sure. Let's go with that.
I've never heard of a snow apple before.
Check it. Look it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I've just never seen one.
Yeah. They're
I-
completely
I
white.
do the grocery shopping.
They're completely white.
What?
I'm joking.
Get out of
I'm
here.
joking on that part.
Yeah, you're joking about the snow apple part, too.
Nope. Beautiful.
That'll tie it up
What?
at 4 to 2. So 4-2 isn't tied?
Dear Lord in heaven, can somebody please come take his place? Seriously.
You know, there comes a time when
Nice
you run out
recovery.
of good commentators, and you just have to
We just
go
did.
with whoever's
And
available.
we just did.
And you're welcome. That's why I'm here.
Just
As I said the
Tying
word
it up
tied, I like that.
4 to
Son
2.
of a bitch. Not even close.
wow.
Oh, well. It feels like it's 2 to 2.
Okay.
All right. So Anthony to break. He's got that second ball break going on.
Oh,
And
balls dropping in.
Exhibit A is why you don't
More.
second ball break. What a mouse.
Yeah, this is another hide and go seek match game. Amy Could says she would like some cheesecake.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have a cheesecake party.
Oh, that sounds like
Sounds like a party I would go to.
no. Yeah, there's no question. We could all go to the hospital by grandma
right.
if we have
Yeah,
to.
we'll
I mean,
bring some along.
that doesn't bother me at all.
Bill Larson chimes in. Yeah, good to see you too, Bill. You know,
I love you, Bill.
seeing whether 2 numbers equal each other is very difficult.
Yeah, that's hard because they're two completely different shapes.
Yeah. I agree. Bill's on my side. And I'm glad he re-racked that.
I'll be honest
But
with you.
the drawback to re-racking is you have a 98% chance of breaking dry.
Break and dry, no doubt.
When you're
Every time
doing it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
This is one of
That's
those
how it
moments where, and there's a lot of those moments. I wish there was like 1,000 viewers, just
Yeah.
for
what?
your comment.
Thanks. You're a good friend, Dale. Good
I mean,
friend.
430 is fine.
Right. A little short. Little Dale.
Cheddar.
No, Dale.
Okay. So Sundays here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, we have our Dealer's Choice Tournament. If you've
bet
never
we
been
do.
to it, you really should. Check it out
Kind of
sometime.
similar to the knockout format. You don't know what you're playing.
Yep. That was one of my favorite differentials from the King of the Hill. I always enjoyed the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Because I commentated on it for a long time, so you would hope so.
You love yourself.
But
that checks out.
the game. So, but King of the Hill's been around since Snow was here. You know, I mean, King of the Hill has been done in a lot of different sports as well as pool for like 50 years. You know, that's one of the things I love to differentiate is that King of the Hill
has been here since Snow was here.
Yeah, that's how you, or
It doesn't even make sense.
that's because we did that when we were kids all the time. You never
Since
played King of the
Snow
Hill in
was
the
here?
snow?
Since you were a kid, maybe, but not since Snow. Snow was here every year, Dale.
Yeah. I get that. Not in some parts of the world.
That's true.
Even the dinosaurs played King of the Hill in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did play that as kids too, and it was in the snow. All right, so Logan is looking pretty good here.
Other than the Crocs.
Yeah, other than the Crocs,
I'm just kidding.
the socks.
Crocs and socks.
One or the other would be okay. Together, not so much. All right, so 5-ball very makeable here. It's a matter of what he's going to get on the 4, and he floated a little too hard, and the butt of his cue pays for it. As he pops it down on the ground there, that's a good way to break the end cap on your cue.
Oh, yeah.
Not too excited about that,
Yep.
but yeah, that's going to be a thin cut.
You remember that old saying, you know, and some people may still use it, and, you know, it was like you're ugly and your mama dresses you funny or something like that.
Yeah?
I really want to say that, but Jamie's listening.
Yeah, she's right here.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
she's right here. So
Yeah.
I think he's very fashionable from the waist up.
Right.
And that's what we do here at Outer Points Productions is we
Oh, that was a great
Wow,
shot.
no doubt.
Jeez.
And he does have a shot on the
He
3-ball.
does. That one's equally as difficult. And equally as difficult to get on the next ball. Because if he,
A lot of blockers.
with the cue ball where it is, you don't really have a whole lot of options as far as where you're striking that cue ball. You're going to put top on it. You have top and top.
Top. Mhm.
And so top off of this shot, the cue ball is going to come directly into the 13. Best he can hope for is that it floats out a little bit to leave himself a thin cut. That was a really good effort. Yeah, unfortunately, bobbled it a little bit.
He really didn't leave Anthony with much to shoot at here, though.
No, he didn't. I would see a safe coming up at this point. There are 76 options at a good safe shot here, Dale. What would you go with?
I'm having more fun with Jamie's comment first.
He dresses himself. Yeah. Nobody doubts you. Nobody doubts you there.
I don't like what Anthony did here because this is
Yeah. Well,
this is a pretty good masse.
yeah. Well,
or jump
this
shot.
yeah. So you're pretty much almost guaranteed to make this because the shot it's close-ish to that 12 ball. So you have to hit it hard. The thing is, you've got so much distance there that you have to hit it hard anyway. So I don't really see him having a problem getting over that 12 ball. It's a matter of controlling it after he pockets the 3. That's the hard part. Any angle whatsoever, it's coming around. But The thing that Anthony did when he made there, he hit that 14, is he got it out of the way, and that 4 now banks down table. And Logan looks like his dog just died.
Hey.
Definitely needs to work on the positive mental attitude side of the game here. That would definitely help.
Yeah, he's gets a little frustrated.
You got to look at this as, hey, I've got an opportunity to win this game and be excited about it. Because this isn't a terrible bank, and that 14 is actually a little bit of a funnel. Hit it great, and he's going to get another shot.
Yeah, there's no sense in being
Either
upset
a
here.
thin cut or another decent bank. I mean, the bank is pretty much straight in here. So all he's got to do is hit it medium pace, and that's coming right back into the corner here. So
Mom says he's always had an interesting sense of style. And then Vincent Schrader, obviously you must know Logan rather well to be able to make a comment like that.
Well, the Crocs and socks, yeah, that would the screw loose piece might kind of make sense.
That might be maybe a little offensive, but I'm hoping you know Logan pretty well.
Yeah, I would make that
I'm assuming
assumption. All right, so I think he's got a good chance of making this. No.
And
the shaft
the
pays for it.
The old carbon fiber just got a little sliver in it there.
There's a good reason.
Bouncing that off the table a couple of
Sometimes
times.
you want to play with the carbon fiber just so you don't have to buy a new shaft every time you miss a bank shot.
Right.
All right, so Anthony's got a good opportunity here. At least he's got an opportunity at the table. Unfortunately, he's got a couple issues he needs to work out.
I think he's going to have to play safe here.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I'd clip that 10 and get that cue ball down with a 15.
Yeah, or just shoot a stop shot on that 9 ball and leave the cue ball frozen behind the 13, or as close to frozen as he can get.
Oh,
Either way is a good option. Look at the
bet
overhead.
you he let him with with a bank.
That's a big mistake. That's not a hard bank. I mean, it's a bank shot, so it's a shot that's going to be harder than a ball with a direct line to a pocket. But this is not a super difficult bank, especially he just banked the 4 ball, which was pretty much this exact same shot on the opposite side of the table. This one's a little bit wide and almost gets behind the 8 ball. But, yep. So Anthony has a good opportunity at that 12 ball. Also has an option for a safe. Not a great option. In my mind, 12 ball is really the only real option that he has here. So now he's just trying to figure out
he's playing the 15.
Oh, he is. Wow.
I don't know if I would do this. Yeah. I'm pretty surprised at this. Oh, sideline report just came in from Derek Justin, who's sitting over on table 20 there. And he says, Logan did not splinter his carbon cue, but a few more hits like that, the structural integrity will be compromised. So thank you for the sideline report. Oh, boy.
That was dangerous.
And the worst thing that could have happened was, he didn't put the cue ball anywhere where he wanted to, and the 11 came down and moved the 8.
I was really surprised at that.
Me too.
He must not like side pocket shots, because I really didn't think that 12 ball was too difficult.
I don't think so either.
That can be personal preference, though. On a diamond, I play a lot of shots into the side pocket just because it's so much bigger of a pocket. By far the biggest pocket on the table.
Yeah, and that definitely cost Anthony the game there.
Sure. And we're all tied up at 5-2.
Yeah, this will never get old.
I can make fun of myself. I'm okay with
that. Have at it. If you don't, I will.
Yeah, it was more of a preemptive strike. All right, we got another sponsor. Your turn.
You know what? I think we have a couple of. Oh, that's what's going on.
Randy
That's for later.
All right.
Let's go to our newest sponsor here at Other Points Productions. And as you've seen in the lower left-hand corner, everybody knows where the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket is. He's the owner of Gallery 83 Tattoo Company in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. They are the multi-award-winning artist with 20 years of experience in all styles of tattooing, from elaborate black and gray realism to simple small designs. He's equipped to bring all of your ideas to life, and I'm going to find out firsthand or first arm or first forearm or whatever on Sunday.
First butt cheek.
Yes. I will find out
You
next Sunday at this time.
yourself tattooed on your ass?
No.
Boy, that was a long pause.
No.
I just guessed it, didn't I?
No,
I
you
just guessed exactly what it was. This is the result of a bet, wasn't it? Or a promise? Some sort of foolhardy.
This is what I'm getting.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Well, that's very different than
Yeah.
what we had talked about in the past, and I now look like a complete asshole for
Good.
saying
And
that.
I'm so glad that I just put that picture up there. Excellent.
Oh man! Insert foot in mouth.
No, it's actually one of those. So I was very undecided for quite a while. I shouldn't say undecided. I just wasn't 100% positive. I knew what I wanted for a tattoo.
Right.
Now I am.
Don't blame you at all, for sure.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like side pockets.
Yeah, that would make sense. He was jacked up over a ball there.
Yeah.
Definitely makes it difficult. But, well, in a race to 10 with Logan at 5, Anthony is...
We're all tied up.
Really, yeah. He's really going to need to get in the game here in the next game or two. Things will really start sliding away on him. So,
Yeah.
but I don't see
five-
him really shaking up too bad.
Five
Definitely has the
5-3 sounds
opportunity.
very manageable yet,
Yeah.
but 6-2,
definitely.
that's
Yep,
a big spread.
that's for sure.
Definite difficulty with the 14-12.
Yeah.
He just called a combo, I think, on
Yep.
the 10-12.
And he made it. Wow. No problem.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
That was
he made it look easy. That was a tough shot. I mean, he had a little bit of a funnel there because he could have hit the 14 ball first, but he didn't need it. Just hit it pure.
yeah.
Great shot. And the best part about it is it opens the table wide open for him. No trouble balls left. I mean, the 9 ball doesn't go by the 7, but it goes past the 15 in the other corner. So,
And
he's
if
in
I
good
was
shape here.
if I was Logan, I'd be playing that 15 right now and getting shape on that 9 ball.
Yep.
Because that's pretty natural. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of right hand English.
Yeah. It's like that earpiece is connected to your
The stream?
audio here.
Yeah.
He's listening right in very intently.
Does he have earbuds in?
I think he
Oh.
had one in his.
Yeah, that's a no-no. Earbuds are actually not allowed
Well,
in the knockout challenge.
If it's you said earbuds.
Sing
We're,
it. Oh, okay.
He's only got one,
Mm,
so
okay.
that one's okay.
Yeah.
May have to go and inform him.
I will be doing that. I
Yep.
hate to do it in the middle of a match, but that
You're
is-
right.
It is one of the rules.
Yeah, well, we'll wait till the game's over. Till this game's over, and I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. And there's a decent chance, like if he practices with them in his ear, he might not even have it on too,
It's a possibility.
So just let him know, and you should be all right. But yeah, definitely doing a good job with his pattern. Really like the way that he got on that trouble ball right away, and now the pattern that he's looking at is all very natural. No crazy English. Doesn't have to move the cue ball very far. Here, just needs to roll forward maybe 3 inches. Not much at all. You just want a little bit of an angle on that 10 so you can play follow on it and not hit the 5. So, didn't quite give himself the angle, but still okay. As long as he doesn't roll it behind the 5, he's good. And that is my second attempt at an announcer's curse.
Good luck.
Almost got him.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
almost.
Good job making
Looks
sure.
Yeah, looks like
Just
we're
rolling into it instead of having, trying to play light and not.
all right. All tied up at
Yep.
6-2. Super.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go to the players' facility myself and use the little cheddar stall,
All right.
and I shall
Sounds good.
return.
All right, so Dale's going to go out, do a quick stop with Logan to give him that little bit of information that the earbud isn't allowed. And then he's going to run to the bathroom. And, yeah, as you can see here, see if I can get a view on that. Logan just said, oh, he was very obviously surprised at that. I don't think there was any sort of intent there to cheat by any means. Just didn't know. And honestly, I don't think Anthony knew either, because Anthony probably would have said something as well. So no problem. Got that down. But anybody who is listening that is in the tournament or has played or plans on playing any of the knockout tournaments, earbuds are not allowed. All right, so Logan is set to break. The last break, he hit pretty good. Ended up getting under the cue ball a little bit and drew it back into the corner pocket, ended up scratching. Hit him hard, but didn't really control the cue ball. So let's see if he can get a little bit better control this break. That's definitely better. Got up a little higher on that cue ball and got that forward spin, which will keep it from drifting back into the corner pocket, or a lot of times that'll keep you out of the side pocket too. It's surprising. Anyone who's played a lot, I'm sure can attest to this, but it's amazing how many ways that you can hit a break and still scratch in the side. A lot of times you end up with just enough top where the cue ball will rebound back past the side pocket, but you've got the perfect amount of top that'll bring it forward into the side pocket as it goes off on an angle. Otherwise, it goes directly into the side pocket. It's kind of frustrating, kind of maddening, but definitely seems to happen a lot. But hit that good. Stripes are looking pretty good here. I don't see any serious issues. Basically, just roll ahead here to get on the 15. And then playing a stop shot should give him a, let's see if I can get the overhead view here. If he gets on that 15 stop shot, that 12 ball is pretty much straight in. Roll ahead a little bit. He's got the 14. That'll give him the 10. Gets a little bit of an angle off or on the 10, so where the cue ball would slide into the deuce, and the 8 ball's almost straight in the side. So definitely a good opportunity here. But as it always is in the game, there's a difference between the plan on paper and actually making it happen. That's the hard part. So we'll see where he goes. Unfortunately, he came up a little bit cheddar on this 15 ball.
Oh, look
that
at
better?
you learning.
You feel happy now? You feel included?
I do.
Vindicated?
Yes. Thank you.
So how was the little cheddar?
Very good.
Cheddar's room.
It's one of the things that I love, the hospitality at the varsity club.
They help you with going
yeah,
to the bathroom?
The customer service here is second to none.
In the
it's
bathroom?
so exceptional. No, they leave the little step stool and everything right by the urinals.
Oh, wow.
Which is, who else does that? Yeah,
Nobody, because
Yeah,
nobody's
it
that
has
short.
my name on it,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Yeah,
even.
that makes sense.
yeah.
I don't know why they would even need your name. I mean, obviously it's Dale's.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice shot.
Mike, is that Michal?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Michal Gans.
Yeah.
Is that Russian for some?
It sounds like it.
Who's that?
Sounds like you got a hairball.
Huh.
It sounds like. What's up, Michael?
It's going on, Mike? Hell of a tournament at the ballroom yesterday,
Yeah,
huh?
no kidding.
590, 590 and under, 530 and under, and 490 and under, or something like that.
Yeah. All of the magic numbers.
Yep.
Crazy payout. What, like $11,000, I think I saw?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
almost 12 grand.
Nice. All right, so Logan is, because he came up a little cheddar on that 15 ball, was able to roll forward enough to get a straight shot on the 12. So that's going to complicate things a little bit. If this was me, I would just hit this with draw, come into the side rail and come out. You can still get that straight angle or the straight shot on the 14. He was able to navigate that pretty well to get on the 12. The problem is it's going to be tough to get
12 to
an
the 10,
angle on
yeah.
the 10 that he needs. So almost going to be forced to thin cut it in the side and almost play into
Run
the...
into it, yeah.
At that angle, it looks like he might be coming into the 7, which then could carry him into the 2. Honestly, that's probably, it's not a great option, but it's probably his best option from this point, because if he cuts that into the corner, it's a scratch shot. So we'll see where he ends up with this. Could play into the 7, a nice little touch shot, but man, that's a very touchy shot. I would play through these balls, even though I don't like it from where he's at. I think that's probably his best option. Looks like he's cueing it with a little bit of draw. And missed everything but the 6 ball.
Well, he does have a shot.
At least he can hit it.
Yeah.
And those
Very thin
young
cut.
eyes seem to bode well for a thin cut. But this is one of those shots where you have to yell fire in the hole before you shoot, because that cue ball is going places.
Yeah, it sure is. And it may not end up in a place where he's going to be too happy. I feel sorry for his carbon fiber shaft if he gets
Yeah, this might end
stuck.
up being that splinter
Yeah.
that Avenue Auto was talking about.
Yeah, there's tip may go flying off, or
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I do cue repair
do cue
here
repair.
at Varsity Club in Oshkosh, so shameless self-plug. Throw another
Sure was.
tip on there for him.
Sure was. Oh, yeah. Oh, little overcut.
Boy, it's almost better that he missed it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because now that 8 ball is at least messing with the 7 a little bit. So, and he left the 10 ball right in front of the corner pocket. So, being down 6-2, this definitely puts some pressure on Anthony.
5-1-6. Oh, he could see the 3. Never mind. Wrong on the first ball already. I really know where to go from
When
here.
you screw up, like
No.
you don't take your time
Yeah.
immediately.
There's no sense in even
Yeah.
talking anymore right now.
Yeah. So,
I think I would actually float forward to
I
get to
would
the
too.
2 on this.
Yep.
Yeah.
because you
I think that's a
gotta
mistake.
get those balls out. Because the thing is if you end up getting too far on the deuce, for example, you've got the 6. If
Or
you
the
end
7
up-
in the side. Yeah.
Yeah, and saving it till last can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So-
And he's entering that territory
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. I mean,
He's got to go 6 to the 2 or 4 to the 2.
Since he seems to be side pocket averse, I don't see him shooting that 4 ball and getting on it. So
And if he just I was going to say, that's
that takes a good stroke. When he hit it pretty good. But man, if he was another 6 inches down, he would be out. But this is a little tricky. Doable.
It's going to be hard to
Doable.
hold.
Yeah, you got to hit this pocket speed. Any harder at all, and the cue ball's going to float up to mid-table, which is going to take away that shot on the 7. So,
Oh, he hit
nice
that great.
shot. Yeah,
Actually ended up even cheddar of it.
yeah, should be in good shape here. So nothing too crazy. It's just a matter of whether or not he gets to face his fears of the side pocket. But at this angle, not too scary. Nice shot.
Yeah. Now let's just pull it back a little bit and
Yeah, here for me, I would go down table and back.
yeah, I think
rather
I
than
think he's
drawing
doing the
back.
same. Oh, never mind.
Maybe he's got
Yeah, I
the
think it
earbud
was-
in his head.
Oh, I think it was very straight on though.
Yeah, it was. But and that's one of those shots where personal preference comes into play. For me, I'm always much more comfortable playing top rather than bottom.
Drills it.
But nice
right.
with
Well-
authority.
All tied up at 6 to
Nice.
3.
Fantastic.
All right. I'll let you, seeing as how that Mike Gans guy is in the chat, why
Yeah,
don't you talk about
since
that a
he's
little
here.
bit?
So my good buddy, one of my very best friends, Mike Gans and I, are coming up. Have
Sorry for that,
created-
Mike.
Yeah. Mike really doesn't have much for choices. Otherwise, that wouldn't be the case. But we are putting together the 2025 Wisconsin Pool Hall Championship. This is the weekend of May 15th through the 18th, which may or may not be on the same date as another
State tournament. Yeah.
Anyways, we have multiple divisions, 5 divisions actually, at multiple locations. One of the things I really like about this is that we are utilizing all the awesome facilities that we have here in the state. Each location will have a room full of players of all similar talent.
And all those locations are in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yep, right there. And they're also at all of the different boxes there on the right. It does say where they'll be played as well. And so, yeah, basically these are the point ranges for all the different events. We've got the 600 plus. We've got the 540 to 600, the 480 to 540, 48 and under. And we also have a women's singles event along with the lady team, as it says there on the flyer. Team event. So we're really excited about it. There are a lot of good things involved with that. For the most part, other than basically the top division, the 600 plus, and the women's event, we will have no handicaps, which is really cool. That's one thing that
I absolutely love
Yeah.
about that event.
you don't have
It's-
to argue about having to spot somebody or anything. You just show up and play.
Yeah, and again, no sense in going to all the details or whatever else. I love having divisions, but I've never seen the sense in handicapping inside of a division.
Yeah,
It just
the
doesn't
double,
make sense
The
to
double
me.
handicap is
Yeah.
brutal.
You've got players that are 600 and above Fargo that have earned that for many, many, many years of play,
Yep.
and they're being penalized for it, and that's not fair.
I agree. Avenue Auto commented, "What is the sanction fee for this tourney?" That is a great question, Dale.
$0.
It is $20
No.
minus $20.
Hang on. 20 minus 20.
You got a calculator app on your phone, Dale.
Hang on. What'd you say? With 20 minus
20.
20?
Yep.
20 minus 2.
He's
That's
not
what I
even
said, it's
using the
0.
calculator.
That's what I just said. It's 0. Yeah, jerk.
There is no sanction fee for this tournament. You don't have to pay a bunch of money throughout the year to be able to play a state tournament, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I understand for those venues that have national tournaments that it makes sense for money to go towards that, to putting that together, because that is expensive. However, the majority of players that play a state tournament do not go to nationals. Some do, and it's great that we do have options for that, but the majority of players that play in a state tournament do not go to nationals. So why are we giving away all of this money to a national body when it's not being used? So that's a big part of where this came from.
And typically not in the payout either.
Yeah, no kidding. So this money that
Great
comes
shot.
in will
Great job
go
by
back
Anthony.
to the players. And we also have already gotten some sponsors involved, which is pretty exciting. And
Whoa.
some numbers you'd be
No.
surprised at.
No.
So
Sponsors.
this is pretty exciting to be being able to put this together and have the players already get behind it so much. We've heard a lot of buzz around it,
Skid.
and yeah, that wasn't good. But yeah, so it's been great. A lot of good responses. A lot of people reaching out and asking how they can help, which we really appreciate. We actually will be getting back to some of those people who have offered to help because there are a lot of pieces, a lot of moving parts here. For example, one of the things Mike and I were talking about the other day is that when people sign up, we need to verify their Fargo rating. And verifying Fargo rating for literally hundreds of players is something that is pretty difficult for one or two people to do. So that is a good example of something that we may be reaching out to somebody.
Even with 64 players for this bracket, doing it by myself was fun.
Yep. So, that's a good example of, something that we're going to be utilizing, putting together a team and having people help because, this is a tournament by the players for the players. Absolutely. Mike technically considers himself a player, but
and one of the questions is do we take personal checks for that either? And yes, they do for everybody other than Derek Justin.
No. Yeah, that guy's known for bouncing checks.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
he's a car salesman.
Well, that makes sense. Who can trust those guys anyway?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know exactly. Do you take personal checks?
Yeah, everybody but Derek.
All right.
Yep.
I don't think I have.
I think he commented
paper
when we were
checks anymore.
talking about the sanction fee.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
For $0, yes, I accept all checks.
Uh-oh. This is not at all what Anthony was kind of hoping for.
That 13 is in a brutal spot now.
Yeah, that became kind of poopy.
Trevor said, doesn't Fargo have some kind of API that you can use to programmatically verify? If they do, I would imagine. I mean, API is a great way to get information like that. It's very simple, not complex in any way. It's just a matter of putting a name in. And then we would just have to manually look at the ones that don't have a direct match. Trevor, you may be the person that would be able to help us with that.
Actually, Trevor,
if you have some ideas.
Trevor is helping me because we were talking about doing that Calcutta for all of that simultaneously.
Oh, right.
I don't think with delay and everything.
Yeah,
I
the hard
don't
part.
think it's feasible.
Right. Yeah, when you're streaming, the delay is not a big deal. But when you're trying to do live, when you have to have live interaction, what is it, 13 seconds?
Yeah.
So we can't wait 13 extra seconds.
For a bid, yeah. If I'm
for a
going
bid.
once, going twice,
right.
and then wait 13 seconds. It's not really fair to the highest bidder.
We would have
either,
nobody ever participating in the Calcutta ever again after doing that one time.
Yeah, and Trevor, if you could maybe refrain from using such big words, that would be very helpful for us too.
Programmatically?
Yeah, programmatically is just, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Why you got to be that guy?
Nobody
All
likes smart people, Trevor.
Yeah, so Anthony.
That's why everybody likes Dale.
Oh,
hey-yo.
there it is. There's a good one for today.
Yep.
I'm not sure what Anthony has in store for this 13
We are
ball,
about to find out.
But saving it for last, I don't know if that's the
Yeah, sometimes
bestest
you have
idea.
to, but yeah, I think he wanted probably a 30 or 40 degree angle on that 10 so he can slide down, play short side shape, which is where he's going.
Forgot something.
Yeah.
Forgot something along the way.
Well, 8-ball doesn't go yet, so maybe some silver lining there.
Zoom
I don't
call.
think the let's see. Let's look at that overhead. I'm not sure that 2-ball goes by the 10, so that could have come out a lot worse for Anthony. For sure.
Yeah, I don't think that does either. So you could do a Zoom call for the Calcutta.
That would be tough with 5 events.
Yeah, and 500 people.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we wanted to do that was so that one person, because we all know there are certain people that are just Calcutta people. They like to. Some people don't even play pool; they just like to buy players.
Yep.
And I know there was a Three Lakes tournament with just a monster field every year, and there were, I think, 2 or 3 guys that would come there, just literally thousands of dollars, that weren't even pool players. It was a money-making opportunity because
if you look at the pros,
yeah,
they've
right.
got backers,
yeah,
that are spending
there's
tens of thousands of dollars.
There's
in
more
Calcutta.
stakeholders at a tournament than
The
competitors.
players, yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, so getting back to that, one of the reasons we were looking into that was so that we could provide an opportunity for those people who do like bidding in the Calcutta, so where they could bid on multiple events, not just one, because otherwise they'd have to go
Logan did
to the location.
He did exactly what he wanted to, was break up the 13 and the 8. Unfortunately, in the process, he decided to hook himself behind.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, this is not easy for Anthony either.
13 doesn't go by the 8.
So Dave Peters asks, when and where do they sign up?
So I just talked to Mike about that too. We have the last couple weeks kind of got away from us as far as putting the things together, and so that honestly, at least initially, is a pretty heavy lift, is getting the signups.
So you just broke apart that 13-8 for Anthony.
That's the one thing he wanted to not do. The shaft survived, though, so he's good. That helps.
I think if I'm Anthony here, I'm going to play safe.
Yeah, you betcha I will.
Clip that 13 and try to get that cue ball right behind the 8.
Maybe he's playing a carom. It's going to make the 8.
Oh, no.
No rail. Oh, we got a rail.
Oh, that's a good
that was
shot.
a great
That's
shot.
an excellent shot.
The way it was lining up there, I thought
I thought it was
shaved
too.
the 13. It's like, hey, wait a minute, that's not going to work. But it did. Hit it well. Yeah, so Mike and I are getting that finalized. This week, my wife is traveling, and so I have got a little bit of extra time. So I'm going to be able to, Mike and I are going to chat and get that announced here shortly. So watch for that announcement to come up. We are very close to getting it done. But yeah, it was a big piece of it for sure, because we're going to have hundreds of players involved with this from the way that it looks.
It's going to be fun. Very fun.
Also, one of the things that I'm really excited about, since we have gotten a couple sponsors involved already, I want to have really nice trophies, like plaques, or we haven't decided exactly what it's going to be, but for me anyway, and I think a lot of other players feel the same way. Sure, you want to make some money at the state tournament, but a state tournament is, wow, that's the second ball in hand he's missed. Wow.
Anthony.
Definitely focusing on the shape on the 13,
Yeah,
which
he
you
sure
got.
was. He sure was.
But,
that's one of the
that's rough.
things that, I talked about it on, I think it was Thursday. One of the things that to me is disappointing. Yeah, I mean, a state title, nobody can take that away from you. And it's an honor. It truly is an honor.
It's more about that than the money.
Yes. The money has, it seems like it has depleted over the years, or hasn't really much changed.
Yeah.
And that's very disappointing. With all the money that's being paid in throughout the year. The other thing is the trophies. And I'll be honest with you,
for me,
over
that's
the years,
reason you play.
yeah, over the years, the trophies have gotten, I hate to say cheap,
Yeah.
less expensive. They just seem,
Well.
and I have a couple of sitting at home, and you're looking at $20 a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's one thing that with BCA, it was so frustrating because when we started with them, that was one of my recommendations, and they did it, and we had those Wisconsin-shaped plaques, which I think are so cool.
Yep,
Like
I agree.
They're traditional, and they look really cool on the wall. Like if you're that was a very nice cut. They're gonna have to do it again.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the one thing that I always remember as a kid, an up-and-coming player was having that Wisconsin.
That hardware is a big deal.
Plaque on the wall that said state champion on it. You know, that's the main reason. Sure, you spend the money in a weekend or two and it's gone, but that plaque is there forever, and so to not put the amount of time and investment into that plaque it's a travesty. I mean, it really is. Like for those people that we don't all get many opportunities at a state title. For a few of us, we get one or two. Some of the other players get more, and that's great. But the majority of players will rarely ever get that chance at a state title.
Give them something special.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that's
it
not
didn't
going
fall.
in. And I'm going to put this up here right now. Actually, that was the thought behind why I wanted to make the little pool tables for the knockout challenge. Yes,
So you
I
could
could
play
have.
pool when you're at home.
Right, I could have gone. I could have gone with the acrylic, whatever, and had but that trophy, is what. Oh boy. Yep, way too far on that. I'm gonna have to bank the 13. That trophy, and I've talked to every one of the winners of 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. Every one of them, they wanted that trophy more than anything else.
Yeah,
and the title.
Yeah.
So, and I knew that. I've played a lot of state titles. I have 2 of them. Junior. Yeah, that's
kind of fitting.
Yeah. Kidding. Anthony's probably going to walk away from the table in just a moment here. I think he is really
Time to take a break.
disgusted with himself at this point. Now he's going to be falling down 7-3. So.
Yep.
So
all tied up 7-3.
now we just got done talking all about all the state titles and everything.
Yeah.
Let's put up there what else is going on today, as a matter of fact.
I gotta go get a beverage.
You just go right ahead and do that. I'll have a sun drop if you...
You betcha. I got you,
Boo boo. So, while we are on a little bit of a player break, I am going to go through some of the scores that are happening around right now because there's 2 other matches. Nick Brodesky and Zach Rosenau are currently playing at the Rock, and Nick Brodesky is up 8-4. And the other match that's going on right now as well is they're not. Oh, never mind. It's the one we're It's Logan and Anthony, so my apologies. Let's do a commercial, shall we?
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, players have returned to the table. We are all set to go. So again, at 6 o'clock this afternoon, we've got Peter Source and Jay Slonsky playing at Pete's place, basically Pete's basement, serious, his man cave. Then we have 2 matches. We're going to be double streaming again. And we have Adam Swenson and Derek Schwartz on table 20, which is right next to the stream table. And then on the stream table is Todd Rasmussen and Matt Kitzman. So great afternoon to be watching some pool. Well, this is a pretty good opportunity for Anthony to, he really doesn't have a lot of trouble. I mean, this is the hardest, yeah, and he's already on it. So I think the next piece of the puzzle he's going to have to figure out how it fits is getting on that 13 ball. And the reason I say that is it basically has one pocket. And that's the pocket that 15 is about to go in. And if you did hear that in the background, that's Matt Strong guy, just disregard. Dad jokes, and he's not even a dad.
Ouch. That hurts.
Well, the good thing is that this is, I mean, it's pretty much either one of these guys matches yet because, I mean, we're all tied up at 7-3.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah.
Really good opportunity. Boy, he left himself a terrible angle on this.
Each player needs what the other player has.
Oh, well done, math whiz.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, 4, 3. Oh, no shit.
It adds up, Dale.
It
adds
sure
up.
Does.
Boy, Anthony is struggling here.
Yeah, he's
I
just
don't know
not.
if I've seen him struggle like this before.
He's just not finishing.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Well, good and bad, I guess. Bad for Logan that he missed. Good that he missed and left
It didn't really leave
Anthony
him
with
much.
duty.
How's that overhead look? Like, can he count the
Pretty good.
14?
Hmm.
Boy, that's
Yikes.
thin.
I don't think he has a choice, though.
No.
I mean, if he plays the 13, there's like no way of getting shape on the 14.
Yeah. This way, with a little bit of inside English, he could come back into those balls and at least potentially have a shot.
It'd be nice if he came into the 8 ball and pocketed the 1.
Yeah. None of the above. All right, so Logan is sitting okay here. I mean, overall, his balls are in pretty good shape. It's not a gimme, though. This definitely isn't like a wide open rack with 5 balls left. He definitely has to work out some situations here. This might be, even though I hate combos, shooting that 3 into the 1 might make the table a little bit easier. Getting an angle early to where you can get into maybe that 7 ball or the 2. That 7-2-1 combo.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah,
That's
because
not-
you're
not
literally looking
horrible.
right down the barrel of that one from the angle from the booth there. Yeah, with that 1 ball sitting there.
Oh.
A lot of times you can use those situations where the ball is hanging in the hole as an opportunity to address another, situation that you've got or trouble ball on the table.
Here's where I like what you just said, before, is playing that 3-1 combo. I think that would
Yeah.
be my shot of choice here.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have much else. I'm not sure he can see the 6 to make it. He can see the 6 to hit it for sure, but I don't know about making it. If he can, it's not bad because he's going to put the cue ball into the mix there in the middle. Unfortunately, he would hit the 13 rather than his 7 ball. So not really ready to go yet. I would probably play that combo just to get that 3 ball off the, you've got a huge pocket with that 1 ball sitting there. Get the cue ball over towards the 6 ball and maybe get some sort of angle to where you could come up off the end rail and get an opportunity to, get those balls out and playable. So that did work out. Came out pretty much exactly what I was talking about there. So he's got the angle on the 5 that he needs. Here I would hit this with left-hand English and try to come into the 2.
Same. Yeah, that's the trouble right now.
Seems a bit apprehensive about it. Still trying to figure it out. Well, he hit the 8 rather than the 2. Not the end of the world. Makes it a little tricky. He's got a shot on the 6, which is definitely makeable. But it's
a little
gonna
inside.
be,
If he can get over by the 8 ball next.
yeah.
Who's
looks
playing
like
the
he's
3?
Playing safe.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Good shot. Can't argue with that safe, because where he was, he didn't really have a high percentage out. I think he could have gotten out, but definitely was not high percentage. So, all right. So Anthony has got a jump here to make the 14. And look like he got the 7 a little bit early. So that
And
should be
did
ball in hand.
agree. He agreed with you.
Oh. Just barely clipped it on the way by. But it was close enough. I don't think Logan saw that as a hit. He could have argued it. The one thing, the 7 ball did come backwards a little bit, so that might have made him think that he did not hit the 7 first. Honestly, where he's at here, if you had ball in hand, you'd probably put it pretty close to where it is now anyway. So no sense arguing about it. So, in this situation, you want to get the 2-3-7 first.
Yep, 6 is definitely target.
Save-
Target ball.
Save the 6 for last. And any angle on that 6 is going to allow you to get to that side rail to where you can pocket that 8. Because where the 13 ball is, it's definitely cutting off a lot of angles to pocket the 8. So, going to be I think the key piece of running out here is being able to get an angle on the 6 that will allow you to get too tight to the side pocket or side rail, not side pocket. Wisconsin Pool Players Society says, "Good afternoon, all." What's up, Andy?
Whoa, who's that?
Mr. Andy Coons himself. He's here playing pool, playing our weekly tournament.
I think I've met him before.
Once or twice.
He sent me some money for something once.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Why would he send you money?
I know. Oh, that's what that logo thing. Oh, that advertising thing that I do.
That one page that I keep putting up
Yeah.
and talking about.
Thanks, Andy. As always. Has he been removed from the today's tournament?
I have no idea.
I don't see him here. He may have been
Yep.
asked to leave.
Well, I don't know about asked to leave. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, it
Some
was.
inside
It was a
English.
very good use of inside English there.
Yep.
All right, Crocs and Socks takes another one, making it 8-3.
I want to call him that like indefinitely moving forward.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that will be his new nickname, whether he likes it or not. And that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you don't get to pick your
Right.
nickname.
Yep.
Says he's out here in the middle of. Oh, there he is. He's,
Yeah.
now I see him.
Right. You left both those lights on again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Man, that's bright.
Yeah. It's like staring into the sun.
Right.
All right, let's go to Digital Pool just for a second. I know you folks can't see it at the moment, and just give you an update as to what's going on at The Rock. Nick Brodesky is up 9-6 over Zach Rosenau. I do not know what game they're playing, so Nick could be on the hill, or he could need 3 more.
games.
So. And then the other one that's going on is Logan Hisel and Anthony Sadlon, which is now 8-3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, they're playing right here.
Weird.
So I don't know. Do we have an update from Andy if he's out of the tournament and just sitting over there socializing?
Yeah,
Then,
he
or-
said, I'm out
Oh, he's out. I thought
here
he's out here in the middle of the room.
of the room. So depends on where you pause when you say
Yeah.
that sentence.
Yeah, or there's no comma there.
Right.
So I think it might be just I'm out here in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
So he might be waiting for a match or waiting for his
Probably
pizza to get
something
done.
You could check on Digital Pool.
I bet he's just waiting for his pizza to get done. Bacon cheeseburger.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Kind of in the mood for one of those.
Yeah.
These guys are going to have to hurry up with this match. I mean,
I'm in
I-
the mood
I need
for
like
some
a-
cheese curds.
good. Everything's better with cheddar.
Yeah.
I think Anthony just put himself in a pickle again.
Yeah.
He
is
might have the 11, but he's not leaving himself with the easiest of shots.
So Andy Coons won his first match 3-2. Then he lost his second match 3-2. And then his third match he lost 3-1.
So he is definitely out
Yep.
in the middle of the room.
Yep. He is
There's the pause.
out here in the middle of the room. Yep. All right. Keep hitting the mic with my beard.
Shave it off.
No. The wife likes it. I like it too. Makes my face look longer. Also, losing 65 pounds makes your face look longer too.
I'll bet it does.
That helps.
That's what it's
Less-
up to now?
less round.
Holy cow, 65.
Yeah.
Damn. It's a whole nother person.
Well, not quite.
Close.
That's like a middle schooler.
It's like baby cheddar.
Right?
Did you order cheese curds?
I did.
Thank you.
I
They're
told you I
here.
was in the mood for some.
They're here.
You want some?
I'm not going to be mad at you
You
for it.
can order them at the bar. You took one anyway. That was supposed to be funny. But when you're taking one out of the bucket as I'm saying,
Oh, I
it's
knew what
not
you were
as
doing.
funny.
It's funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I recommend with anybody that has co-commentated with me is chew in the microphone, because viewers, absolutely. Chris Green, I told him, repeatedly, because viewers love it.
Right. Oh, it's a pet peeve of mine because my dad, it seemed like he would only call me when he was eating a sandwich. And it felt like I could tell what he was eating, like what kind of sandwiches it
You could
was
almost
by
taste
the
it.
time, yeah.
Right, you could almost taste it. He was so close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you haven't already heard, at 6 o'clock, we've got somebody coming in to fill Matt's shoes, which is not easy, trust me.
It's very
It is
difficult.
not easy.
Yeah, bad math and bad jokes. That's a tough one.
Right. People call him the Gator. I call him Maya the Mouth. Mr. Hoekstra will be joining myself in the booth.
Maya the Mouth. That's accurate if there ever was an accurate nickname.
You know what? Actually, I need to kind of get set up for that, because there's a special little thing I do for,
Special people.
yeah. And everybody knows that Maya is a very special guy.
Mm-hmm. In every definition of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like this game has transferred back to a defensive game, more of a chess game. Last time Logan was at the table, he had a shot on the one, but decided to play safe. And I get it. The 2-ball and the 7-ball don't have a home. But the angle that he's got here with a low left English can bring the cue ball back into the 7 or the deuce, depending on how hard you hit this. This is one of those shots where if you pound it, the cue ball is going to slide for probably 6 or 8 inches before any of that English takes. But if you slow that down and actually allow the cue ball or the English that you're putting on it to actually have an effect, it's going to come out in a lot better position for him. So he wants to hit this firm but not pound it. Yep, that's basically the difference. If he would have hit that at a slower pace,
Mm-hmm.
and allowed that English to take, he would have hit the 7 instead of the 2. Because he would have gotten more draw, more left-hand English, or left-hand spin. When you pound that, English doesn't matter because it's just sliding for the first few inches of that shot after impact.
There it is.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
That is special.
Oh, side pocket. Side pocket. Yikes. Uh-oh.
That wasn't too bad. Didn't crack a shaft. All right, so Anthony taking care of his trouble balls right away, which I like to see. Nice shot. Now he's got that 11 ball down table. He wants to get either on the 12 or the 10 next, but a key part of that is you need an angle. Don't want to get straight on either one. All right, so man, Anthony, I take full responsibility for
and
that.
you should. You should. Shame on you.
Jeez. All right. So, going to have to roll down and bank the 12 ball off of this. If it was me, he seems pretty comfortable with the bank. The problem with drawing back for a cut shot on that 12 ball is you end up with a very difficult cut on the 12. Yeah, that's what he ended up doing, is following down, which I think is the right way to go at it. 12 ball, very makeable bank in the side.
And this is a must-have.
Yep. And the way that he's been approaching bank shots, he seems very comfortable shooting banks. So I would say he's got a pretty good chance of making this one. Nice shot.
Wow. And held the cue ball really well.
Yep. All right. Remember that must-have you were talking about? This is it. Nice.
Fires it
Well done. With confidence. And that should tie us up at 8-4.
God.
Well, it was kind
Maya, where are you?
Last time was 4-2, so 8-4. That makes sense, right? Math works out. I got to check my fantasy team. I haven't even looked yet.
Chris Green is here.
Yeah? Wow.
You ever heard of that guy?
No. He's in the chat.
Kind of why I said it.
When you whisper into the mic, everyone can hear.
Oh. They can still hear me?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So I was projected to win by like 5 points. So I'm pretty much guaranteed to lose. Only time I feel halfway comfortable if I'm projected to lose by like 10.
Sure. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
I think the fantasy projection people, you know, the people who figure out what, you know, the projection is, are worse than weathermen.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not very nice.
If I ever see one, I'm going to kick him square in the nuts.
All right. Anthony clearing that 8 ball out of there. Unfortunately, I don't know if he left himself with a shot. Or I should say an easy shot. He can pocket the 5 down in the upper left-hand corner, but it is the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket. So that's always a road hazard. And case in point. Well, I'm successful today for the very first commentator's curse.
Dang it.
Sorry, Anthony.
It's supposed to be my area.
My apologies, Anthony. Oh, I think that looks fantastic. See how that looks. It's perfect.
The Gator. Nice.
Perfect.
You definitely spelled his last name wrong, though.
What?
It's H-O-E.
Are you sure?
Yep. I pay attention to things like this because I spell my name with one T, so.
Oh, yeah. You're one of those weird people, too.
Yep. All right. So Logan played a very nice safe there. Definitely cutting off a lot of angles for Anthony.
Whole extra?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Works for me.
I can check Facebook if you want to be sure.
Oh, that was close. Great attempt. Oh, no doubt. He's weird.
Didn't realize this was so close to you. You're like,
Wow.
recoiled back.
I thought you were going to hit me in the face with it.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
it's coming, Dale.
Maybe. Sometime.
Just a matter of when.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of disappointing. You know, we've been hanging out for a lot of years, and we still haven't even gotten an argument yet. And it's, you know, it's way overdue.
One of these days.
Yeah. And it's, you know, it's nice because neither one of us gives each other any kind of crap at all.
Yep.
You know, in
Yep.
one of our 54 chats that we have together.
It's a relationship built on mutual admiration and respect.
Oh, there's another 30. All right, good shot by Crocs and Socks, knocking that 8 out of there.
Yep. Has just what he needs. This is one of those shots that a lot of times, if you try to get greedy, try to keep that cue ball, you know, to that side rail so you don't get it, let it float out too far. You can end up really hurting yourself by hooking yourself on behind that ball. Did I get him? Yes, I got him. Fantastic. But then I saw the 9 ball, and he might not have even been going for that. So
Yeah, but getting from the 9 to the 15 now, that's 5.
Yeah, I will take credit for that.
Yeah, that
I
5
will
is like
take
a
credit.
beach
yeah,
ball.
that was legit.
Not when you hit it like that.
Oh my gosh.
Nice little nudge off the 5.
Unbelievable. That was freaking phenomenal. If you're Logan. Anthony, not so much.
He didn't seem too pleased about that.
No. He's thinking to himself, there's no way he's getting through there. No way he's getting... Son of a bitch. Where were you on the beep on that one? Did I miss
YouTube takes off on Sundays.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, they don't work Sundays.
Nice. Crocs and Socks is on the hill.
Yeah, all knotted up at 4 to 9.
Yep. Yeah, Anthony's going to have to start to bear down a little bit, I think, at this point.
Wow. There's some great commentary for you. That's, you talk about expert, that's like Moscone Cup material, you know. You should go sit next to
anybody-
Jeremy Jones.
Oh, that would be... You have any idea how cool that would be? I know you're being a jerk and everything, but
I would
man,
have-
that would legitimately be amazing.
I would be asked to leave within the first 5 minutes. Yeah, because I would not be as serious as those guys are.
Motorboating those outer points, and you're gone. Dale, if you could just that door,
the
door
exit
right there.
Exit
just
is right
go
there on the
ahead and,
left-hand side.
Utilize that door. That would be great. Wow, that was a nice break.
But thanks for coming.
Yeah. Well done. Hit him good. Made a ball. Solids are definitely the direction I would go here, especially if that 7 goes in the side, which I believe it does.
Plus, you can use the 6 as a breakout on that 13-8.
Yeah, that's the main reason. He could break it with the 2 as well.
True.
Get an angle on there, but
yeah, if that 7 does go, I think I'm going to play it right now. If it doesn't, then I would play the 14 right now. I mean, 9 and then 14. Take stripes. Although the 12 is kind of yucky.
That is some official commentary right there. So why do you think he didn't get out there? Well, he got a little yucky on that 6 ball.
I mean, that's what they taught me at commentary school.
I'd get my money back if I were you. They should actually kick in a little extra, too. All right, so he's looking to see if it's froze. And had Anthony look at it. It's close enough for Dale to take a closer look. So Dale will be going out to see if this is frozen. The main reason why you want to see if the ball is frozen, because if they are in fact frozen, you can shoot directly through a ball without having to worry about a double hit. If they are not frozen, which I don't believe they are since Dale is still out there. Let's see if we can look at the side view here. Yeah, Dale was... Yeah, he's so short you don't even see him in the camera there. Oh, that's kind of handy. But, yep, that's what he's looking at was the double hit there. Must not have been frozen.
They were not.
Yep. You know, one of the things while you were out there looking at it, you are the perfect ref. Because I even switched to the side angle view and you still weren't in the camera.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Ball height.
We'll just call you ref sized from now on.
Ball height. It's been that way my whole life, being ball height.
Huh. There are follow-up questions, but I'm not going to ask any of them.
Probably a good choice.
Yeah. All right, so Anthony should be able to navigate this 15 ball. Got a little
10
help
just
from
goes
the
sailing.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have to play that 10 right now.
I think he's just taking some aggression out on the balls here.
Yeah, I think he's a little perturbed.
Yep, a little frustrated. I get it. Definitely get it. He's let a handful of games go here, and the score reflects that. For sure. One of the things that think about is a lot of times to win, to play winning pool, you don't have to overpower your opponent. A lot of times it's just cleaning up when you should. Like those table, like they say, getting out when you should. Like that's a lot of times all it takes is just, not making small mistakes on those open tables.
Yeah, and in Anthony's case, he has left a lot on the table this match.
He really has.
He's had a lot of opportunities that he's let slip by.
Yep. Yeah, and I think a lot of them have been on safeties, where he's let the cue ball leak out and left a shot. I know.
And just not getting out.
Yeah. Yep.
Critical errors.
Definitely going to want to redo. Has thus far, anyway. It's not over, though. But going to need this one.
One of the things about the knockout challenge is you don't get a redo.
One of the things I really like about Logan is he has really good touch. Like, to roll a cue ball, like, a good example, this was, I think, 2 games ago, where there are 2 balls not quite frozen to each other, but then he had kind of a side view on it. And all he did was shoot the lower ball and rolled it to the rail and left the cue ball almost frozen to the ball in front of it. It's one of those things that is an easy shot when you think about it, but when it actually comes down to that execution, that's a tough shot to execute well, because
No doubt.
there's a big difference. You know, if you're leaving the cue ball a half inch behind the ball that you're hooking behind, centering it up versus a quarter of the ball is a huge difference. It gives you a ton more angle and opportunity to get a kick on your object ball if you're not centered up. So
Well, it looks like we're going to have another chess match in this game.
yep, it's definitely playing out that way. Honestly, I like the fact that Logan is not getting too impatient here. He is kind of giving Anthony some rope.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Anthony has been coming up to the table, approaching it, he's just kind of like, screw it, I'm just going to fire balls.
I'm down 5 games.
And which honestly isn't the worst, thing. Like, you really have to get offensive minded, or you have to have a decent amount of offense to come back from down 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fault him for that.
Uh-oh, that's no rail.
Yeah. That is my 3rd commentator curse, because I was just complimenting him on his touch.
Well done.
3 for 6. That's not bad. It's
And
not
again,
terrible.
Jamie, that is Matt Strong of the Strong Knife Company.
STRONG.
Matt with 1 T.
Yeah,
He
1 T.
lost
Make
it.
sure you get the 1 T right.
Lost it at birth.
Yeah, that was a terrible accident.
Well, that could not have worked out any worse.
That pretty much has been Anthony's day, unfortunately. Really came in there with some good force, and came out bad. Not only did he not get a ball out, but just sat that 6 ball covering the pocket.
And for Logan right now, I'm probably going to clip if he's looking at it, we'll leave it on the right side of the 2 and make Anthony kick at one of his balls.
I would.
Oh, you can actually see the 5. That's even better choice then.
Those. Now it's a makeable combo.
I'd go for the hit on the 14, but if I didn't hit it, that'd be okay.
Yeah, unfortunately,
And
by
this
the
is
time
not
it gets
gonna-
all the way down to the end of the table, that left-hand English is not going to be there anymore.
Non-existent.
When the cue ball is traveling that far with all that felt, that drag, that friction is going to take off a lot of the English. So that's why, like, let's say you want to shoot a stop shot that's down table, you have to give it that extra oomph to account for the amount of English that the drag is going to take off the cue ball.
Yeah, especially during Pride Month,
Yeah. What month is that again, Dale?
I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
April? May? I don't know. When is it?
I have no idea. That's
Yeah,
why.
all right. Come on. Give me a break. Yes, you do. Uh-oh. I think that settled right, snuggled up on the outer point.
Yeah. But fortunately, you can just play safe.
But that kind of took that break ball away.
Yeah.
Having it right there on the outer point makes it really kind of a challenge. Well, now he could actually, if he does get ball in hand, play the 2 and run into the 8 ball.
Yeah. Or the 3.
Sure.
Lots of options there. And if he leaves Anthony down table, oh my gosh.
Oh, and that's,
Jeez.
there's that good touch you were talking about.
Yeah. That's brutal. Not only is Anthony hooked with the balls, he's hooked with one of those outer points. Yep, he's going to find out he's totally screwed here. So at this point, you got to do something positive.
Take your sticks apart and go home. Yeah.
Not sure how positive that is, but to each their own. So normally, a good option would be to try to shoot that 5 ball or the 1 ball up against another ball. Here, unfortunately, being able to, put it down by that 8 ball would just give him another break ball, so that's not going to help him. So I would look at trying to maybe thinning a ball and trying to roll it up against another ball to where it's tight. But, I don't see anything as far as good options here. That honestly was as good as any. Was just trying to make that 3 ball because the 3 ball was one of Logan's break balls. So I don't mind that choice at all. Logan looking to make the 4 ball here. I don't think this is the right shot. I think you leave the 4 ball there and try to break that 8 with either the 2 or the 3, off of the 2 or the 3. I don't think this is really going to do him a whole lot of good. I mean, he did get into those balls, which in theory is good, but he didn't clear the 8 though, which is really what he was looking to do. So, fortunately, where he's at now, he has lots of other options for shots here, so that's good. Personally, I would just really slow roll this in and then play for a break off the 2. He doesn't even seem to be looking at the 2. Well, now he's looking at it. Yes, that I would definitely go for. Get that ball out of there, because that 1 ball is pretty much just a hanger. Sitting there, it's not, directly covering the pocket, but it's a very makeable ball from just about anywhere on the table. So we're going to play safe there and hit it well. Definitely is putting Anthony in a tough spot here. However, since that 14 ball is out a little bit, this is a very makeable hit. And the tables could turn very quickly here if Anthony happens to get a good hit and hides him behind the behind the 8 or maybe behind the 13. Nope, didn't look like he must not have had a window there. So he rolls the 1 ball down by the 8 ball, which is a great shot. Sure, he's giving up ball in hand, but he is taking options away from Logan. And that's really what you want to do at this point. His last shot, he tried to make that 3 ball, which would have taken an option away from him. Rolling that 1 ball up towards that 8 ball, trying to freeze it there, takes another option away from him. It's not, when you get into this position, when you're at such a disadvantage, you don't have to look at getting out. You don't have to look at winning the game. It's really the whole point is to do something positive for yourself, which in most cases is something negative for your opponent. And so rolling that 1 ball up was a great option.
I prefer chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, that's why you're announcing and they're shooting.
No, that's the positive thing that I do for myself.
Oh, okay. Do you carry them in your bag or?
Yeah, they're in my pool case.
Oh, nice.
Might be
Are
a
they
little old.
Made by elves? You prefer the Keebler, don't you? Come on, Dale. Everybody here knows that when you eat a cookie, it's made by elves.
That's it.
Running out of material. It's getting late.
All right, Crocs and Socks is looking at that 5 to the 1.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy
And
one.
honestly, at this point,
Run into the 1.
I don't think that Anthony is at a disadvantage anymore. Whereas 2 shots ago, he was in really rough shape. So I think the shot selection was definitely the right way to go. Logan's playing safe here, which could be good, but he's playing with fire. Because if Anthony plays a good safe here, and this is a very makeable safe, you got to hit the 14 almost full, just a little off center, go off the end rail and snuggle up behind the 13. And Logan's in trouble.
Nope.
Well, didn't quite get what he wanted there, but honestly, he's still okay. Because the bank shot on the 1, he's got the right angle for it now.
Yeah, if I'm Logan, I'm gonna try to put this game away or put this match away right now.
Yep.
Bank the 1.
That is
and get out.
absolutely the wrong decision. 100%. You play safe here. You hit the end rail and kick the back of that 5. In my opinion. If you like,
You may be correct.
yeah.
What if he makes it?
Well, hey.
Then it's the right decision.
In any situation, if you get out, it's the right decision. You can't. I will never argue with results. But at this point, I think the right decision is kicking the backside of that 5 ball. But if he feels good about this 1 ball and can make it, the match is over. Which he did.
Unless you hook yourself behind the 8.
You get to take credit for that one. I told him not to do it.
Oh, I understand. Actually, this is credit for both of us because he did make the bank.
Yeah, he did.
But he played safe
on
on himself. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
Should
Not
probably put
really
him
the
on the
same
hill over
message
there.
we were
It's-
looking for, but. All right, let's see it. These young kids like to jump, and they're good at it. So
Mhm, mhm.
this is a long distance here. Unfortunately, the hard part here is any left or right, and you're going off target.
That works.
Ooh,
Oh.
wow.
And it came off the outer point and
Yeah.
snuggled up really nice.
Sure did.
Really nice and tight on that rail, right by the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket, which
Yeah.
is always nice.
He was excited to make that ball.
Yeah. Not as excited
Yeah.
with the result, but I'd
No.
be pretty happy with being able
Yeah,
to shoot
from
at
where-
the 8 ball.
From where he was, from deciding to bank that 1 ball, you can't be disappointed to have an almost straight in shot on the 8.
Yeah, and this 8
Difficult
ball,
shot, no doubt about it.
this 8 ball sends young Logan Hisel Crocs and socks into
Yep.
round 3.
Boy, it looked like he miscued when he hit that.
Yeah, it didn't look very.
Looks like he came off the top of the cue ball, kind of funny.
Well, there's
It's exactly what Anthony needed.
yeah, and there's no choice here. Obviously, you make these 3 balls or you're going home.
There is a choice. He could play safe.
He could
He could hit that 18 or the 18.
the 18 ball.
I was
Holy
looking at
cow!
the 8.
We added
And
3
then
more
said
balls.
I
to the
combined
rack.
8 and 14.
Sure.
He could hit that 14 ball center ball, and that 14 is going to come off the rail and go between the cue ball and the 8. But he's going for it here. Well,
Uh-oh.
yeah, still
Steep,
okay.
steep angle on the 13 ball.
Definitely.
And he will not be able to hold. I think he's going to have to go 3 times across.
Yeah.
With this kind of an angle, he's going to have to hit this with some pace. And end up on the short side of the 8.
The what
which is
side?
The cheddar side, sorry.
There it is.
Oh, now he's going to be playing the safety
Wow.
on the 8 ball.
Jeez.
I think Logan should have.
Yeah, so Logan is requesting a ref, I believe. So Logan is, or I'm sorry, Dale is explaining to him that Logan asked for a ref. I believe they once Anthony said that he was just playing safe. At that point, the ref was not really necessary, so Dale appropriately backed off there and is back here in the booth. So that's kind of a tricky situation. If you want to, you're not sure exactly what they're going to do. If Anthony was going to try to bank that 8, absolutely, you need a ref all day, every day on it. But, if it takes him a while to figure out what he's going to do, and then all of a sudden, once he commits to it, he just goes up and shoots it, well, then it's too late to call a ref, because
Correct.
if you do, then you're like jumping up in front of him and
Yeah.
sharking him, and, so a lot of times it's easier to just, it's best to just say, I want a ref. And then, at some point, if it becomes, if it's obvious that a ref isn't necessary, you can call him off. But that was a really good attempt.
One of my all-time favorite passengers when I drove. So I caddied in the summer and drove limousine for Kerry Limousine out of Milwaukee.
Thought you
I
were
was
having
wondering.
a,
I was wondering why he took ball in hand.
Huh?
Anthony took ball in hand on that, and because he didn't hit a rail.
Logan swiped the cue ball.
Gotcha. Either way, yeah. So in the winter, I drove sometimes twice a day from Appleton to O'Hare, taking
Okay.
passengers down. So, I mean, like long days of.
Ooh, I like this.
So one of my favorite passengers was just on TV, Coach McCarthy.
Oh,
I
okay.
drove him around many times. He actually, so he did a grand opening for the Meyer store in Sussex,
Okay.
and took him down for that. He did pretty cool soft opening.
Yeah. What's a soft opening?
Not completely open to the public. So they opened the store for those who wanted to come in and meet Coach.
Mm.
And they did some giveaways, and yeah, it was, I don't know if it was invitation only. I'm not sure. It was pretty cool, though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet.
And then Coach McCarthy had his celebratory 12-pack of Mick Ultra for the ride home.
Oh, yeah?
He's a good man. He's a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah, I bet.
Glenn Sager says Matt Strong in the booth. The integrity definitely up a notch. And
Well, that makes
Jesus,
sense.
For God's sakes,
Yeah, that
Glenn,
makes sense.
give me a break.
I'm going to take the 40 or the 30 that you paid me, and I'm going to give it to Glenn.
I
Appreciate
would-
that, Glenn.
Yeah. Mm. So, judging by that comment,
You want to get the score?
judging by that comment,
Hey, it's tied up. It's half and half now.
no, 5-9 is not half and half. But so, given that there's integrity in the booth now that you're here, apparently he is referring to the fact that there is not when you're not here.
Yeah, pretty sure
Which-
the third graders in the group realize that, Dale. But thanks for clearing it
Clarifying.
out.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, thanks a lot, Glenn. Mm-hmm.
All right. Anthony is in the driver's seat.
Where is that block button?
I don't know. I can't find it. Weird. They must have taken it out. Oh, yeah, you can't block people on, what day is it today? Sunday? Sundays.
Want to bet?
Oh, hit him good and nothing fell.
Came up.
The old, we've got the old Dolly Parton break.
9-5.
All bus, no balls. And we've got the Dolly
And it's
Parton
9-5.
score.
Sure.
9-5.
Well, it's just a Dolly Parton Sunday, isn't it?
It sure is.
Wow. And the Titans were just on, too, of Tennessee,
Oh,
which is where she
nice.
lives.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds?
Pretty good. The winner of 1.1 is in the house,
Yeah.
Michael Masevich. Currently out of 1.2.
Oh,
I mean,
guy.
1.1.
poor guy.
He actually, he said he was going to go back to back and take this one down.
How'd
And
that go?
then in the first round, that did not work out to what he had predicted. Uh-oh.
Well, that sounds serious. Emergency
Emergency
tip.
tip.
Well, it depends on what you mean by emergency tip.
Right. Obviously, he must have damaged something in his on one of his cues
Yeah.
because he's over there listening to his phone right now.
Uh-huh.
He
sure
looks
is.
like he looks like he's got an antenna coming out of the side of his freaking head.
He does. He's
We
listening
should-
to his hand.
Yeah, we should really get that on camera. I wish I had a camera that went over there.
Yeah, I could probably put a tip on.
You won't be able to play with it very well, but
He's playing 6 o'clock.
yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. Depends on if we have the tip he needs in stock. I've got most Kamuis, black and brown, and yeah, we can check what else I have. But most people will go with the Kamui. So if you're looking for that, absolutely. Something else, I'll have to check my stock.
Jeff Hefter, I'll tell you what, we could do it right now if you'd like. I'm
Right.
completely okay with that
Yeah,
too.
we can make it happen.
That's
If that's what you're looking for.
yeah. Why don't just go ahead and put him in timeout right now.
Okay.
I mean, there
forgot
may
how to
not
do
be the 3 dots next to his name. As soon as there you go, and then
Put user in timeout.
give him
5 minutes?
5 minutes is fine.
Oh, perfect. Got it.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go, Jeff.
Wish come true.
Yep. Anything else you need, you just let me know.
Here at Outer Points Productions, we are aimed to please.
Yep, we sure will.
But thank you for asking, Jeff. I
Yep.
mean, it was nice of you to
Yeah.
ask first. What a beautiful jump.
That was. Wow.
It's a
Great
wheat
shot.
state, so, you almost have to expect that.
All right, so he's got a.
Knock it off, Justin. Jeez.
Oh man, I'm paying a lot of money to get people to say nice things about me today. Ooh.
How did you propose to Katie?
Where we had our first kiss. It was actually just
Porta potty?
It was very romantic.
Nice.
Really was. It was a
You
hot,
both-
hot summer day.
Both come out looking like a
Neither
Smurf.
one of us could breathe.
Both come out looking like a Smurf.
Nope.
That's a good shot by Anthony. Make him jump again. Why not? Let's
Mhm.
get some good use out of that wheat state.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a tight one here. I do not like jumping this ball. Not at all.
So the first kiss was where?
It was just outside her parents' house. Her parents live over in Rapids,
Mm-hmm.
and they live on the alongside the river. And our first date. Afterwards, we went out there and we're chatting, and that's when I gave her the first kiss, and that's where I gave her the ring. Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious.
I had this
I'm
nervous
really not
feeling
sure.
like you were walking me into something there. Yeah, thanks, Justin. I really do enjoy doing tip work. It's something I really, I like making things with my hands. So any sort of cue work like that, I definitely enjoy doing. And as a player, I really understand how putting not only doing a good job of getting it glued on, but making it look nice and even and clean makes a difference.
Yeah. Visual is
Yeah.
very important for me
Yeah.
on a tip.
So it really is.
I'm one of those guys that if I've got any chalk on the ferrule or anything, it just drives me insane.
Right. All right, so Anthony made a nice bank there. Boy, he really is comfortable with those banks.
Yeah, and this kind of a two-way shot here.
You
You don't want to try to keep that cue ball behind the 3
Yeah.
and the 4.
Yeah.
And did that, I don't think. No.
Ooh, this could be a bad spot.
Oh, boy.
He's okay. Oh, he
No, I
left
don't
him the
think he
12,
is.
though.
I-
Left him the
he's
12.
got the 12.
Yeah. Boy, that's a tough shot, though. Gonna have to come with a good one here. The cue ball where it is.
Yeah, Logan's,
Gonna be
again,
tough
he's
to-
3 balls away from victory.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this leave.
Wow.
Oh, and took away the hit on
Yeah,
the 2.
No kidding. Wow. Boy, that could not have come out much better for Logan. That's for sure.
And that side pocket is in the way for a very direct, slow paced
right.
kick.
Yeah, slow roll kick.
Little right hand English, maybe just a smidge.
Yeah.
He wants to hit the 4, not the 3.
Yeah.
Not the 3. He did block a pocket for the 8,
Boy, what does that combo look like?
but
Take a look at that overhead.
I'm sure that
3-4
goes.
dead.
Yeah.
Looks close.
Yeah, that should go.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of room.
I don't know if
So-
he's ever going to get to it though.
Yeah. Does the 8 ball go by that 4? Looks like it. Ooh, doesn't look like it from that angle.
No, that's
That's for
pretty
sure.
close. But if he can get shape on this 11 ball, pocket the 12, get the shape on the 11 to play the 8 in the side, that's going to be all she wrote anyway. He doesn't have to worry about that going past the 4. What? I don't think I would. Oh, okay.
You having a conversation with yourself here?
He's lining up that 11 ball like he's going to shoot it next. I'm like,
Uh-huh. He is going to shoot
boy,
it next.
he is.
It was a nice shot. Definitely needed to come with that. Looking to play that 8 in the side, obviously, from where he's aiming things up here. So,
Just so everybody is well aware, if this is the end of the match, I am going to shut the stream down because I'm only allowed 8 hours per live stream on YouTube. And I'd like to have the matches separated from each other. That way the players can go back and
yeah, that makes sense.
look for them much easier.
That'll do it.
All right. That is a winning 8 ball for Crocs and Socks. He is moving on to round 3. Matt Strong is going to head out of the booth and go put a tip on for Avenue Auto. So, everybody, as always, thank you 1,000 times over for joining us this afternoon. Maya Hoekstra is going to be coming in the booth very quickly. I got to thank all of these people very quickly as well. Much, much appreciated to all of my sponsors. Love you all. There's one maybe that.
That better not be me.
Yeah, I think it's that Matt Strong guy of the Strong Knife Company. Anyway, see you guys in exactly 50 minutes. Thanks everybody for tuning in.